am sitting at my computer. Okay. Okay. I gotta find the live stream, otherwise I can't see you talking to me on my computer. Here we go. Are you having some coffee? I thought about it, but I already drank 3 cups and I'm a little, you know how it is. Here we go. Pop out chat. There. Hi, FS Heller. Good day. Forgive me when I cannot pronounce your names. You know how I am about pronunciations. We've got Matt. Cold enough for you? Yes, it's plenty cold. I'm got my layers on. You gotta wear layers. San Diego, how you doing over there? Sorry if you hear loud noises. It's my dog dropping her bone on the floor. Oh, look at all the greetings. Oh my goodness. This is quite an experience, isn't it? Orlando? Yes, this is me. This is no more surprises, and you get to see I'm a very human person. I'm surprised how many people ask me if I'm AI, and that's kind of weird that we live in a day and age where people would ask you if you're real. Now I'm very real. We've got South Carolina, San Francisco, Arizona, Utah. Oh my goodness. New Jersey, Britain, Texas, Ireland, North Carolina. Oh my goodness, we're all over the world. Austria. More Texas, Minnesota. Oh, you're typing so fast I can't read it all. Hopefully I can catch your questions when you get one, or when you have one for me. You'll also find out that since we are live, you'll learn that I actually do stumble over my words here and there, and that I cannot constantly talk without mistakes, because when you are a YouTuber, you edit. So I edit my problems. Except for when I don't know that it's a problem, like pronouncing a word or name incorrectly, then I fix it later. So we've got Germany, another Ireland, Hungary, North Carolina. I'll read your names eventually. There's just so much happening right now, and it's hard to think. Pennsylvania, London. Well, how is everybody? I'm glad that you are here. 138 people. Goodness gracious. Well, when you don't have any questions to ask, I have a few items for show and tell to try to keep things entertaining, hopefully. Virginia, New York. Thank you for saying I'm beloved. Do I sound okay? I'm using my phone to do this. So I'm streaming with my phone. It's my phone's microphone. It's not the one I use when I'm recording for Columbo. So hopefully I sound okay. Poland is here. What's my dog's name? Well, I have 2. The one that just left the room was Jackie Brown, and that's my Scottish Terrier. His name is Boris. Do I still live in Iowa? Yes, Iowa is my home. Is that Mike Lally behind you? I hope not, you know? I hope not. I didn't see him. If you saw him, maybe he left. Let's see. How long does it take to analyze an episode from start to finish? 50 hours. I kept track during season 2, and it took about 50 or more hours. Dagger of the Mind was over 100 hours. But I remember that Etude in Black was a 50-hour project. Do you ever hear from anyone in the cast of the show? No, I'm way too small and insignificant for them to find me, and I don't know how to find them, and I don't know if they want me to find them. The dogs do not seem interested in your live stream. No, I don't think they know that this is what's happening. 2 dogs, yes. You sound fine. Thank you. I should read your name so that way you feel like I'm paying attention to you. Matt asks, how is the dog? The dogs are great. I gave them a bone before this, hoping that they'll behave themselves. I got a bad feeling that the UPS guy is going to be showing up. Oh my goodness, someone just gave me a gift. I got to write it down because you're going to go in the credits. I hope you don't mind. Douglas, thank you for the gift. 1 second. Okay. Let me scroll back to where we were. If I miss your question, ask it again, okay? Because there's a lot of text going on here. So much going on. Sweden is here. Thank you. Were any Columbo locations damaged or destroyed in the recent fire? I haven't deeply researched that, and I probably will soon, but I have not done that yet. Picture is good. Sound is good. Thank you for letting me know, Ibrahim. You were at my stream yesterday. Surprise! This is not my first time with my face on YouTube. Some of you have done some detective work and found me elsewhere. I have a total of 5 YouTube channels. One of them is inactive. I don't do anything with it because we gave up on it. But I show up here and there on my other 3 besides this one. So me showing up on here wasn't too stressful for me or too anxiety filled for me to put my face on here. It was a little bit because my other channels are very, very small. So I knew the traffic was going to be heavier over here, so I was a little bit, I had a little bit of heart palpitations. But I've been on YouTube before. Okay. Let's see if we can catch up again. How did you first discover Columbo? My mother showed me Columbo. Oh, we got another gift. Hang on, I gotta write it down. Hope you don't mind I'm writing it down. If you do mind, tell me. Eclectic Gamer. I recognize your name. You've been here. Oh my god. Oh dear. We got some more gifts. Jay Bojum. If you heard that, that was my dog making noises. That was not any kind of thing else. I need to be reading what these gifts say, don't I? Okay, let's go back a second here. Douglas, I'm sorry for just writing down your name and not reading your question. And then I gotta go back. Most surprising thing you learned about Peter Falk or the series? If I were to go with just Peter Falk, the most surprising thing for me was actually during season 1 when he had to have extras step in for him because he was kind of going on strike to get what he wanted, which he deserved what he wanted. But I thought I never knew that there was a stand-in during Lady in Waiting and Dead Weight. That was interesting to me. Electric Gamer says, Shauna, you look lovely. Can I ask why you stopped doing the gaming videos? Well, there's no heavier reason than that we moved, and currently almost all of our gaming consoles and games are still in boxes. We're actually, there is a room upstairs that the whole house needs remodeled. I can go into that if you want me to. There is one room upstairs we are going to call the game room, and it's going to be all of our video games, and there will probably be another video eventually on that channel, but I do live stream on that channel, playing a video game on my computer, and it's fun. And some of you have found me over there, which is fun. Okay. 1 second. You guys are going to get mad at me because I'm so slow here. J Bo Jim. Hopefully that's how you want your name pronounced. How do you get around the copyright strike you used to get when you first started? I still get copyright strikes every single video. And something that annoys people who are new to my channel that don't have any understanding of some things immediately is that the reason why I freeze frame a lot and I cut scenes, and once in a while I'll even slightly speed up a scene that I want the whole sentence said, because you can only play 10 seconds of something before getting a copyright strike or your video being blocked. There's going to be a disagreement behind me. I can feel it. You can only have 10 seconds playing. So if there's like a 12 seconds I really want to play, I will speed up the clip just a little to fit it into 10 seconds. That helps with the copyright thing. But chopping up scenes, freeze framing, and talking over the video, me basically narrating the episode, helps. But still, when I upload the video, it will be copyright blocked. I have to contact NBC Universal, write them a letter every single time, and explain to them what my video is and why I have all of this Columbo footage in my video, and that it falls under fair use because it is so, I guess if you get bored of me, you can always watch my dogs back there, can't you? The episode has been so altered from the original that it falls under fair use. And so I write this big long letter every time, and then a day or 2 or 3 or 4 later, they will release it, and then you guys get to see it. So I've just kind of learned what I have to go through to get it through to you guys. How to get a hold of the right people, basically. Next, we have Mickey. Sorry, I am going to scroll up. I'm not just paying special attention just because they sent me a gift. I just okay. I'm going to scroll up. I'm not going to ignore you, anybody. At least not on purpose. Re-ask your question if I don't answer it. What was your day job before becoming the Columbo Queen? I have had many jobs. I never had a career goal. College was very frustrating because I never knew what I wanted. So I've never had a single job. I've had several jobs. The job I had before this. Do you guys need to go out? The job I had before this, I was a data collector for retail stores. And if I were to explain that job to you, you would be bored to death. You'd have a nice nap. Okay. Oh, there's more. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you, Farshid Ramani, for the gift. I'm writing your names down because you're going in the credits. If that's okay. And the reason why I'm writing it down is because even though YouTube is useful, they're so not useful sometimes. And once this is over, I won't even get to see who sent me a gift. Melissa, thank you for the gift. Melissa is even a member, and here she is giving me more gifts. All right, let me scroll up. I don't want anyone to get mad at me. Well, hold on, everybody. And I'll try to answer quickly, unless it's a deep question like the copyright thing, which I probably could still talk about. Where did we leave off here? More people are sending me stuff. Thank you. Okay, here's where we left off, I think. Can't wait for Swan Song. Who did a better job acting, Johnny Cash or Glenn Campbell in True Grit? I have a copy of True Grit, but I have not actually watched True Grit yet. So I could answer you that later. I'll keep that question in my mind when I watch that movie. How cold is it outside where you are? Do you have a lot of snow? Interestingly, we have no snow. This has been an odd winter. It's been frigidly cold, windy, and dry. That's the weather we've been having. Very dry and cold and windy. Can you hear me okay with the dogs? Do I need to lay the law down, or are they okay back there? How's the electrification of the house coming? It's coming slowly but surely. My husband is the electrician of the house. He works a full-time job and has a pretty long commute to work. So that has limited the speed of the progress, but he does a great job. And here I am sitting on my computer streaming in a house that had zero electricity a year ago. I need to find out if you guys think my dogs are being too loud. They're okay. Oh my, the dogs are okay. Let the dogs be dogs. Okay, I'll let them be then. Okay, let's go back here. What's going on here? Why the live stream? For fun. I mean, I get so many questions in the comments. I get plenty of people trying to guess what I look like. And I get a lot of people thinking I'm artificial intelligence. And also, uploading more frequently than I already do with my 1.5 to 2 months between each video. Adding a live stream here and there will really help my channel. And I thought it would be fun, so I wanted to try it, and if it's fun, I might do it again. You know, it's the age of the live stream. I don't know. I'm not stopping working on anything. This is me taking a break. Okay. Moving on. Did you like Poker Face? I haven't watched it, but I've had lots of people tell me to watch it. Are you going to try to acquire Peter Falk's glass eye? Is he not? Hey now. Take it easy. Is he not buried with it, his glass eye? That's a very strange question, but it's an honest question. Oh my goodness, it's happening. Gavin says, yep, it is. I need to be reading your names. John asks, what is going on here? Oh, you're the one that asked if it was a live stream. Electro Skansen. Yes, Poland is here. I think Columbo has fans all over the world. You are one of the only channels to tackle it in depth, so had to be here. Well, I don't think I'm the only. One of the only. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Dead Ant asks, how are you able to identify uncredited background actors? That is with the internet. You can go to Internet Movie Database, although not all of them have their faces on there. That's where I really have to start becoming a detective, with finding faces and comparing faces and looking on Google Images. Just a lot of detective work, but everything I'm doing, someone else could do if they wanted to put the effort into it. It is a lot of work, so you have to kind of like to study one person for a long time. Am I still here? I just saw my screen flash black. Am I still here? Let's see. Did you say you live in Ireland? That's an interesting question. No, I don't live in Ireland, Willow Bear. I live in Iowa. Close. We're only a few miles apart, I think. Melissa says you are beloved. You sound great and look so different than I pictured. I knew you were pretty and young, though. Goodness, thank you, Melissa. That's very kind of you to say that to me. Girls like to hear that. Luke Charland. Forgive me about names being wrong. Hi, Shauna. I'm interested in understanding what guidelines you have to follow to stay within copyright boundaries as enforced by YouTube. I did explain that. I will explain it again, though, in another video, probably. But I explained that earlier. I hope you were here for that. I could explain it later in the video if you want. Jack Dowd says, why watch it for days? Because I didn't want to put my name as the YouTube name, channel name, because I think that's boring, but a lot of people do it, and even the people that have millions of subscribers do that. I better check if I look okay, because I wanted to know if my screen went black for you guys. It glitched for a bit on your end. Okay. Am I okay, though, in general? I need to go back. Yes, yes, you're here. Boy, I have a lot of catching up to do. Hopefully you can stick around long enough for me to answer your question. My. Oh, I can't scroll up any farther. This YouTube's limiting me. I scrolled down to make sure you guys could still see me, and then I tried to scroll back up to where I was answering a question, and I don't even remember what the question was, and it's not letting me scroll up anymore. These modern idiotic devices. Reverend Dave asks, are you involved in the entertainment industry? No, unless you count YouTube as the entertainment industry. I'm just a girl living on a farm. Literally. Okay. Streaming Stuff asks, have you seen the Saved by the Bell rewatch channel that stole your format of deep dive infos for actors and everything? No, I haven't. And I guess if they want to do that, it's up to their audience if they think it's good. Sarah asks, how do you find out the names of non-credited actors? InternetMovieDatabase.com is my main source. Sometimes if they're more difficult, I will have to do a little more digging. Andrew says, good afternoon, evening from UK. It is morning here still. John Bobby asks, why don't you do a living or dead when you do these? It should be easy to point out a few actors who are still not dead. The reason is, I do actually get that question once in a while, but the reason is, I don't really like to talk about them being dead because they're alive in the episode, and it's kind of a downer to think about how dead they are while you're watching them. I'm kind of trying to live in the moment of the episode. The only reason I pointed out that the actress for Lily Lysenko was dead is because she was murdered, and so it kind of fit the theme, I suppose. But I just don't generally like to talk about how practically all of them are dead. There are a few that are alive, but by the time I make the video and tell you they're alive, just like with Goldie in Blueprint for Murder, she was alive when I made that video, and she passed away a year later. So then now my video is inaccurate because she's not alive. So that's basically the reason. I don't like to just point out everyone's dead in this episode, and I also don't really like to point out this person's alive because eventually they're going to be dead. So, because that's just life, I guess. Ben asks, "Hi Ben, good to see you today. Where did the lampshade behind you go? You're observant, aren't you? I actually did a live stream yesterday on my Homestead channel, and there's a lampshade. These boxes are full of VHS tapes, if you're wondering what those are. Eventually, I'm going to have a spot for them. I just don't at the moment." Okay. Let's see. So, all-time best music classic oldies. I like the oldies. Oh, I just lost you. Oh, here we go. Sometimes you are so funny, besides your perfect narrator's voice. Thank you. I'm glad I can sometimes be funny. I should try sometimes. Samuel Miller asks, Johnny Cash coming up next? I love that episode. Yep, that's next. I'll tell you that I also really like that episode. Squire Turnbolt asks, will you be covering season 8 and beyond? Yes, I plan to do every single episode all the way to episode 69. Amanda Chan asks, you may have answered, how did you get into Columbo? My mother introduced me to Columbo. My mother is a very cool woman. Ted Groundsman, I have a question. Where did you get your shoes? Fleet Farm. Mick, that person already answered. Dino Pet, why do you have so many issues with copyright on YouTube? Because Columbo is copyrighted, and it automatically, there's a computer that recognizes scenes from the episode. It also recognizes sounds from the episode. So it automatically picks up, oh, there's copyrighted material in your video block. So that's why I have to dispute stuff. KF, I'd love if they allowed you to work on a new Columbo Special Edition box set. The current DVD features are mid. There's like no features in the DVD. Except the Mrs. Columbo episodes that should never have existed. I don't remember any features in the DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray. Oh no. My suspicion is happening. UPS is here. I will be right back, okay? And I'm going to cover you because you're strangers in my home. Sorry. I just had to throw the dogs outside, not throw them, open the door for them to go outside because otherwise it would be a ruckus in here. There goes the UPS guy. Sorry, I ran to the other side of my house, so I'm a little winded. Okay. And I ran so I could get here faster, so I ran for you. Okay. Sir Ram says, some of us have stalked enough to see your lovely visage already. Or is it visage? I don't know that word. And then chagrined to discover you're already happily married. Oh. So you were stalking me in case I was single? thought it was just because you liked my personality. I am married. I've been married a long time. A very long time. All-time best music classic oldies. What shows were done at Santa Monica Pier, Shauna? A Stitch in Crime, I know. Well, I don't know. I don't know the answer. Freezer asks, how's the soap business? Slow. I kind of had to put a halt on it because of moving. You're doing great. I wish I could do an all-fan meetup someday at the Oinkster, Dead Ant says. I wish that too. That'd be pretty fun. We would crowd him out, wouldn't we? So I do apologize again for how behind I am on the comments. And I don't want to make anyone feel like they're being left out. I've never done this before with so many people. The most people I've ever had in a stream is 3 or 4. So I apologize for how slow this is taking me. The AI, or is it Al show? Writing down super chats. I don't think I've seen anyone do that. Interesting. Well, you're all important. Sorry if my hair looks like a wild mess today. I feel like it's sticking up all over the place. You'll get to see I'm just a person with messy hair. Okay. Samuel Miller says, Columbo would have been very different if they had gone with their first choice, Bing Crosby. Yes, it wouldn't have been as what it is today, that's for sure. Julia Dabbs asks, do you have a favorite episode? No, but I have favorite episodes, and they're all rated 5 cigars. I do actually, from 2023, I think that's when I did it. I do have all of the episodes in order of my favorite, and it's actually posted on my fridge like a child's drawing. I know, it's kind of weird. Random says, wow, a face with a name. Yep, this is my face. Southern Gospel asks, are you a Rockford Files fan? I've been told I ought to be. I have actually never watched an episode of Rockford Files. There's so much to watch in this world, and I just haven't gotten to the Rockford Files yet. One day, we'll get there. Oh, you're curious about my channel name. Did I ever answer that question? I called my name Watch It for Days and not Shauna, or Shauna watching movies or whatever, because I wanted it to be what it is and what I do. And I wanted it to be catchy. I wanted it to be easy to say, easy to pronounce. I wanted it to be simple, but catchy, I guess. And I was like, well, what do I do? Because I knew I was going to start with Columbo. I was like, well, what do I do? How would I describe me watching Columbo, or how I like to watch Columbo? And I was like, well, I watch it for days, it seems like. And then I was like, let's just do that. We'll see how it goes. And it went. Electric Gamer says, I know about your house. There's a lot to know about my house. DJPOB says the copyright bot is a very individual person. I'm suspicious they're not a very individual person. I'm suspicious that they're very non-individual. Smoke and Talk says, I saw Shara I don't actually know how to say her last name, and I can't find a video of somebody saying her last name, like someone saying it to her face, like a interviewer, like Johnny Carson or somebody saying her last name. I assumed it was Denise, but I don't know. But you said you saw Shara and Falk at Cafe Roma in Beverly Hills a few years before he died. She was a mercilessly cruel woman to the point I mentioned it to my table and later to a mutual friend of Shara. That's interesting you say that because I mostly hear people praising her, and I don't want to be a negative person. I'm not a negative person, but I haven't actually seen one single thing that lets me know she was a good person. And I think that's about as deep as I'll go for now. Joseph says, is that dog trying to steal the other dog's bed? Yes, she was. You love my puppies, David Shows says. Paul Rosser says, hi Shauna, why haven't you got your soap in your shop behind you? Oh, in my shop behind me. My soap? My soap is right there, hidden under a towel, keeping dust from landing on it and stuff. It's curing right there. There's soap right there. I'm looking for question marks at the moment until I can catch up to you guys. Justin asked, why don't you throw a really light yellow filter over everything? What do you mean? Explain that to me. I don't know what you mean by put a light yellow filter over everything. To make things look yellow? I don't know what that means. Standard asks, when's your next video? If I give myself nothing to do except work on this video, I could get it done before the month ends, but I don't think I will get it done before the month ends because I have so much to do in my life that I work my Columbo videos into it as well. If I had zero responsibilities, I could get these videos out probably every 3.5 weeks, but I have so much to do in my life as well, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna guess it should definitely be done in February, but I'm just gonna say February, okay? But I'm working on it. I have not stopped working on it. This stream is not like, oh, she's quitting making videos. She's gonna take the easy route and stream. No, I'm not. This is just for fun and for interaction with you. So I'm not just this silent being, except for every time my video comes out. And it's fun. That's it. Okay. Michael Ward asks, who are your top 5 detectives? I'd have to think about that. I can't answer that really fast. Columbo's number 1. Ben asks, do you really like chili or not so much? Yeah, chili's good, with or without beans. I prefer it with beans, but chili is good. Put a little cheese on it, or a little dollop of sour cream or crackers. Although I wouldn't add ketchup. Ian Harris says, 2 years of my imagination answered in a matter of seconds. I wasn't disappointed. Sussex, England waves hello. Now that is very nice, Ian. Thank you very much. Standard asked me again, when's my next video? I'm going to just say February so that you guys don't get disappointed if I say I'm going to try to get it done this month. I'm just going to say February. Prince Rogaine asks, what kind of editor do you use? I really enjoy the way you make your episodes. Which episodes are you working on now? I'm working on Swan Song, and I edit with DaVinci Resolve because it is free And it is extremely good editing software for being free. It has tons of features, and I don't even understand why it's free. DaVinci Resolve. Batman 89. Thank you for the gift. I'm putting your name on the credits, and I'm going to heart your comment. And you said, I suspect Columbo is your favorite detective. Do you have a second? If not, say Monk. Yes, Columbo is my favorite. You guys are going to be disappointed with the lack of TV shows I have seen. I have not watched Monk, so I can't say Monk. But I will say Monk for you to make you smile, Batman. Because poor Batman had a rough childhood, didn't he? Zach Maple's house. 1 second, Zach. Let me write down your name really quick. And I will read what you have to say. Oh, look, it's Watch It for Days. We've seen her before in the Greenhouse Jungle. She was in every episode of Columbo, Deep Dive Review. You're clever, Zach. That's funny. Amanda says hello from Michigan. Melissa says, because you do an amazing job. Thank you. If they get mad, they are a troll. Thank you, Ben, for confirming that for me. Good morning from Santa Barbara. Reverend Dave, do you think Columbo peaked before the series ended? Do I think Columbo peaked before the series ended? I don't understand the question, actually. Get a little more specific with that question. Like, when do I think that the show peaked? When do I think it was at its best? Is that what the question is? The black dog just wants to be left alone. The brown dog is and won't leave the black dog alone. You're absolutely right about that. My Scotty is a mellow, low-key dog, but he's also a guard dog. He's got an attitude. He's a good boy. But then my brown dog, Jackie Brown, is the absolute opposite of him. She is full of energy. She doesn't know when to stop. She has problems taking a hint. She is a rescue. Boris was from a breeder. So she's got her own set of problems being a rescue dog. You know how it can be. And they are complete opposites. They will play, but Boris will end the playing when he's done. Douglas Todd, thank you for the gift. You are so generous. All these generous viewers here today. I'm catching up. You can maybe see. I don't know if I'm catching up. Paul Rosser asks, do you have an ETA for your next video? February. Moving on. Becky Winters. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. My pen is dying. I need a different pen. I got two dead pens right next to each other. We need to get Columbo in here. Double pen homicide. Becky Winters. Thank you for the gift. You're constantly generous to me. She's been in every one of my credits. I was watching your Little Iowa Homestead video from yesterday, and that's how I learned you were going live today. Well, you got the secret insight, didn't you? Except I did make a post. But it was those viewers that prompted me to go live today over here. So that's why I am here now. I wasn't sure when I was going to go try to do a live stream here, but those viewers over there were the reason why this is happening today. Okay. Sunny Jim asks, how do you get around the copyright strikes in your videos? I did explain that earlier. If you weren't here, just say, I wasn't here for the copyright explanation, and I can say it again because I probably left stuff out. There's a lot to say. Ryan says the doggies fighting in the background is hilarious. I'm glad that I have multiple ways to entertain you. They're outside right now, and I'll let them in when they ask to come in, which they will. My Scottish Terrier will let me know he wants to come in. Adam Mullins. One moment. Adam, I'm writing down your name. I really enjoy your videos on Columbo. The attention to detail is awesome. Question, what is the editing software you use? I use DaVinci Resolve. If you want me to get a link for you, I can do that. Although I don't know if YouTube allows you to put a link in a live chat. I don't know that. So, if you can spell DaVinci and you can spell Resolve, you'll find it. It's free and very good. The dogs in the background remind me of one word, Rosebud. Rosebud. That's funny. Jennifer Jones asks, do you have another show lined up for when you finish Columbo? No. I do have many years, I think, to think about it, and I have thought about things, and I do take suggestions. A lot of you have given me suggestions. But no, I do not have a this is coming after Columbo. Camille, thank you for this generous gift. They don't have anything to say, but they just wanted to give me something. Thank you. Barry Moore says, you aren't AI. Correct. Get that out of the way now. I have been asked that, and it's so strange to be asked that. For someone to ask you, are you AI? What a world we're living in. These modern idiotic devices making this even a question. Okay. Mac Sual. Apologies if that is incorrectly pronounced. Let me write down your name and I will read what you are saying. And I will give your message a heart. Thank you for that gift. Who is your favorite guest actor and who is the least favorite? That's a great question. Oh dear. I would actually need to look at, just so that I don't misanswer that question. And I can only really answer that for the 70s run because I've literally only watched the comeback episodes once. And I've never actually seen the final episode of Columbo. Columbo Likes the Nightlife. And I don't plan to watch that episode until I get there. That's the only episode I have not seen. And I think I decided not to watch it because of this channel. Because that will make it, I don't know, it'll kind of be like it'll be a new episode to me. There's one episode I have never seen, so I will wait until I get there. And I have zero expectations because I have not been very impressed by the 90s episode. But my favorite guest actors, I'm not a very individual person on this answer. I love seeing Jack Cassidy and Robert Culp, and it's amazing we got 3 episodes from them. But I would need to go back. I would want to look at a list so that I could answer with clarity who my favorites and least favorite guest actors were. Mumbling Historian, did I write down your name? I did. Mumbling Historian asks, which of the murderers in Columbo that you watched so far had the best chance of getting away with it? Well, let's think here. My phone just buzzed. Hold on. Let me make sure it wasn't important. It's not important. What? You probably can hear that too, can't you? What was the question? Oh, murders that had the best chance of getting away with it. I would have to think about that one. I'm actually going to write that question down because that's a really good question. A lot of them, I think, could have gotten away with it. A lot of them just gave up at the end. But that's a good question. I can't answer right now. Fatones asked, did Columbo have a glass eye or just Falk? Well, I think they both did because unless Columbo had a lazy eye, you can clearly see, especially in a few later episodes, his eyes are not moving together. So there must be some explanation why Columbo's eyes don't move together all the time. So I would say that Columbo, yes, also had a glass eye or something. Electric Gamer, did you give me another gift? I mean, eclectic. I said electric, didn't I? I'm sorry. Eclectic Gamer, did you just give me another gift? I'm gonna write down your name again. Thank you. You have a really great voice. Have you ever considered doing voice acting or voiceovers in games? You would be great. I would totally do that, but how on earth do you do that? I don't know how to do. I don't know how to get a hold of people to do that. But I would totally do that. That'd be neat to have your voice in a game or a cartoon or something. It'd be really cool. The relaxed guys ask, do you or your husband golf? No and no. The only time I ever golfed was in summer PE in high school. So you can imagine that it was terrible because I didn't know what I was doing. Brian Geeson asks, what is your favorite Columbo episode? I don't have a favorite, but if I gave it 5 stars, it is my favorite. Sir Rom, is this Poker Face recommendation for the TV show or movie? I don't know exactly what you're asking, but no, I've never seen it, so I can't recommend it. But everyone keeps recommending it to me. So you can take that for what it's worth. If everyone keeps telling me to watch Poker Face, there must be a reason for it. But I haven't had the time. I barely got time to get these Columbo videos made. I don't have time to watch Poker Face right now. Dead Ant, what do you think is the most delicious looking food dish on any episode of Columbo? Well, I can tell you it was not the burger in Lady in Waiting. That did not look appetizing. I'd have to think back to the foods in the episode. But that immediately comes to mind that it was not the burger buns that that Columbo and Peter Hamilton were. Peter Hamilton? They were eating together. My phone is busy vibrating. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I'm sorry. Can you hear the phone vibrating? Transmission GGB. As the late David Lynch said, we are all detectives. I didn't know he said that, but he's got a lot of good quotes. Good old David Lynch. Oh, what happened? Hold the phone. Hold the phone, everybody. I hope I didn't miss somebody. The chat just reset and I didn't get everyone's name written down. Why are they doing this to me? Why is YouTube trying to hurry me up? Bakerman asks, I hope I didn't miss anyone that sent me a gift. Now I'm getting concerned. I better scroll down and write down. So the next one I'm going to get to is Arrested at the Waffle House. I'm going to write down your name so that I know that you're the next one. This YouTube chat is rushing me. I don't like to be rushed. Bakerman asks, have you ever tested your IQ? It must be very high. No, I never have tested it. And I don't know why you think it would be very high. I don't even know what an IQ test consists of. But thank you. I take that as a compliment. Crow Robot says, do people know you have individual person things in your merch? I don't know. I don't actually advertise my merchandise because I don't want to be annoying. That's why I don't tell you to subscribe to me. I don't tell you to like my videos. I don't tell you to donate to me. I don't tell you all the benefits you're going to get if you give me your money. Because I don't want to annoy you. Because every other YouTuber tells you all that stuff. So I don't need to tell you. Bob Johnson asks, have you watched Columbo in character on Johnny Carson and Dean Martin's Celebrity Roast with Frank Sinatra? P.S. Watch to the end. Yes, I have seen that. I've watched it a couple times, actually. And everybody should go check it out because it is a hoot. Fangirl asks, one of my least favorite episodes of Columbo is No Time to Die. What is your least favorite episode? I can tell you my least favorite of the 70s run. And I think most of you could probably guess it. Last salute to Commodore. I can't tell you my least favorite comeback episodes of Columbo because I've only watched them all at once and I almost turned them off a few times. So once I get there, I might be able to tell you which of those is my least favorite. But I do remember the one you're talking about. No Time to Die. That episode was awful. I just shook my head. That's all I remember. Mao asks, I have a question. Let me drink some water real quick. I'm getting a dry mouth all this talking. The other day I was rewatching It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, as you do, and I really missed someone there to tell me what models the cars were. So can you deep dive that movie? I would totally deep dive It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. That movie's loaded with stuff to say. So yes, I will. But I have this thing where I have to finish Columbo. So it might be in a couple years. I don't know what you would call it. OCD? I don't know. One of those letters. But the only reason why I'm even doing this live is because YouTube separates live videos from your videos. If I were to do this live and this live video with you guys, and then it interrupted the stream of episodes I have going, all in order, and all of a sudden there's a live video, I'd probably delete the video because it would make me so mad because I don't want my videos. I want to finish Columbo, and I think once I finish Columbo, I'll have that freedom to just do whatever. But I really want to finish every episode before I do anything. It actually bothers me. I did the compilation videos, It actually bothers me that the season 1 compilation comes after I finish season 2. I wish I could move the video so that it came after season 1 ended. Anyway. And if you hear noises, my dogs are playing on the deck. Outside this white light is a deck. I'm sorry if I missed any of your questions. Once I get to the very end, I'll say, okay, I'm all caught up, and I didn't ask your question, re-ask it, okay? Mc4 Chords asks, do you like the late 80s, 90s episodes? Matt Lopez Diaz asks, have you ever declared a favorite recurring Columbo actor? My answer is very boring because most people say it, and it's Jack Cassidy and Robert Culp. Absolutely. Although I'm always real happy to see Mickey Golden show up. Good job on the videos, Joe Blue asks. They're always a joy. Have you seen Poirot? Is that how you say it? I haven't seen it. No, I haven't. There's a lot I haven't seen. I have so much to see. I have lists to see. Dead Ant, you ask a lot of good questions. That's good. Do you use human... This is a funny question. Dead Ant asks, do you use human fat stolen from liposuction dumpsters like Brad Pitt did in Fight Club? No, I don't. But that's a good question. He's talking about my soap making and a movie called Fight Club, if you don't know that really weird sentence I just read. Troy Ortiz says, Shauna, how long does it take you to edit a video? Editing is my least favorite part of the whole process. I dread it. It takes me probably 30 hours to edit. No, probably 20 hours. A lot of hours to edit a video. Because I do get kind of meticulous, and I'm always trying to tiptoe around copyright, and I'm always checking how long is this scene I'm playing and all that business. Sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm searching for question marks because I don't want this chat to reset and then I've lost my ability to say thank you to all my gift givers. Michael Johnson says, love your videos. Have you seen Bannock? No, I haven't seen it. You guys need to ask me if I've seen a show that I have seen. Will you eventually do later Columbos? Jay Duvall asks, the 1989 to 2003. Yes, I'm doing every single episode. Bob Johnson says, hi, Donna. That's okay that you called me Donna. My big brother used to say Donna because you know the oldies song, Oh Donna. Have you ever seen, my name is Shauna though. Have you ever seen the D. Martin? Yes, I've seen the Celebrity Roast with Frank Sinatra. It's very good and very funny and everybody should see it. Hello from Brazil. TU Ninja says, how do you feel about the 90s Columbo episodes? They are not what I like. But maybe I'll like them when I deep dive them. Or we should get some laughs, maybe. Ray Ross asks, the funniest foreign title? I'd have to go back and look. There are some funny ones. Gamalian Sinar Surya asks, so excited for your review of Swan Song, and I just love Johnny Cash. Are you a fan? Am I a fan of Johnny Cash? Yeah. I'm an all-American girl. I like Johnny Cash. All right, Arrested Waffle House. I have finally caught up to you. What is the best ending and why is it? You are funny. You ask, what is the best ending and why is it suitable for framing? Well, suitable for framing is one of the best endings, yes, because it's a surprise and we weren't expecting it. And I love the reaction of Dale Kingston. What was that noise? Oh, I know what that noise was. I love Dale Kingston's reaction when there's like nothing else he could possibly say to save himself. My hair looks a wreck. Sorry. What's your favorite Columbo episode? If I gave it 5 stars, it's my favorite. Dead Ant asks, do you like the X-Files? Dead Ant, ask me about a TV show that I have seen. I know what the X-Files is. I have not watched it. I remember it being on TV, and I would change the channel. I think because I was young and I wanted to watch something else. I'm sorry. I haven't seen the X-Files, but I know what it is. Okay. Gave me a gift. I think your name was something else at one point because I recognize your icon and I don't remember what your name used to be. But you're okay right now, and that's good. Have you seen the movie Murder by Death with Peter Falk? I attended the same high school as Peter Falk. You do a wonderful job. Peace and blessings. Thank you. Yes, I own a V8. Sorry. When you get excited, it's hard to talk. I own a VHS copy of Murder by Death because I like VHS tapes. And I do very much like that movie. And if I remember right, that's the only movie with that Truman Capote was ever in, I think. So it's very interesting that he showed up in that movie. Yes, that's a funny movie. It's one of those movies where you couldn't make it today because people would get their feelings hurt. Big time. Because it's harder for people to laugh today. You're just supposed to laugh. Jack Burton asks, do you think a Columbo reboot is possible with someone else? Do you have an actor you think could make it work? My answer is no. I don't think so. But I would like to be surprised if they can try it if they want, but I would say no. I don't think so. I think they could if money wasn't such a, I don't know. I'm just gonna say no. I don't think they can. And I want to know if this is an L or an I in the Al show or the AI show. I don't know because it's just the line, so I don't know if it's a lowercase L or a capital I. And they ask, so I think it's time to ask, which of the original Columbo episodes do you think are the best? What are your personal favorite episodes? If I give it 5 cigars, it's my favorite. Dead Ant, you have heard your name several times. What do you think of the Kenneth Branagh movie version of Agatha Christie's? I haven't seen it. I don't even know who that is. I don't know everything, and I also haven't seen everything, but I love the questions. I just want you to know. Mez, hello from Europe. Which one is your favorite heavy in Columbo? Oh, I think I might have to pick. Well, you've heard me. It's Jack Cassidy or Robert Culp. I have a very boring answer because everybody answers that. Okay, let's see. Rob Gasper, thank you for this gift. This is how far I am in the questions. Boy, you guys are feeling generous. You must be excited too. Thank you for that gift. Albert, have you collected or gifted any props from the show, such as raincoats, cigars, big lighters? I have a little bit of show and tell to do, but you guys have so many questions that I gotta get these questions answered. And I have some things to show you that are related to that question. That's all I'll say. Schlock Horror. Wow! Did you know Schlock Horror also has Columbo videos? He is one of the few of us. And he asks, what would happen if you brought the dogs in and said Rosebud? Well, they don't know that command, but my rescue dog, you never know where she came from, and I've never said that word in front of her, so I will get a dagger ready, and then I will say it. The arch vial, or arc vial, Columbo is the same world as Matlock? Do I think Columbo is in the same world as Matlock? Yes. Carl says I look nice. Thank you, Carl. I'm grateful. I was concerned that everyone thought I was going to be this petite little Hollywood actress that does modeling on the side, because some of you infer that. I'm just a regular girl. I live on a farm in Iowa, and I sit and watch Columbo for days, and I study background actors. I'm not going to look like a supermodel. Anyway, David Davis, thank you for the gift. You say I gift you $1.99 because that's what auto-populated. Oh, well, thank you for that $1.99. Every penny counts, you know. Thank you, David Davis. Okay, moving on. I'm getting messages on my phone. The Arch Vial or Arc Vial. What made you decide to do so much Columbo? When I like something and I really like it, I tend to get carried away with it. Even if, so YouTube is a nice outlet for that. Because I would do stuff like what I'm doing with Columbo with other things, but it would just be for me in my spiral notebook. I have deep dived things before, but I was just alone with it. So it's nice to have YouTube as a way to share that and find other people. But it's just in me. If I really like something, I go heavy with it. And sometimes it's to a fault. Paul Burchell asks, what is your favorite gotcha moment in Columbo, Shauna? Oh, goodness. I would need to take a moment to think about that because I could just answer you, but my opinion might change. I really like how foolish you know, when you're excited and you also know you're being watched by 400 people, you'll kind of have your mind will go a little blank. Let me answer that in a second. Yoda gave me $5. Thank you, Yoda. Aren't you generous? Just found your channel. I have. Oh, on Dagobah. A Columbo marathon on we frequently enjoy. Much wisdom do I sense in you. Well, thank you, Yoda. I'm so happy to know you're living. And for some reason, I thought something happened to you at some point. So thank you for being here and giving me a gift like that. Uncle Dan's Vintage Vinyl says, I hate AI YouTube channels. Me too, and I can't even believe they exist. Once I hear that AI voice, not interested. Which is why I was only minorly offended when people would ask me if I'm AI. Because either that means that, I try to sound like I'm talking, not reading. And AI usually sounds like it's reading or something. It's trying to do something. Brad Morgan says, it's my birthday. Can you tell me happy birthday? I could. Let's try. Happy birthday, Brad Morgan. It's good to have another year of life. And it's good to recognize you are alive. So every birthday should be happy. Schlock Horror noticed that Master Yoda is here. Alec Feather, thank you for the gift. Holy moly. My family loves watching these videos. You bring joy. My father was curious. How do you identify the uncredited actors in every episode? I use, for the most part, for the majority of answering that question, Internet Movie Database or imdb.com. They have a list of uncredited actors that I'm not actually sure how they put them on there or how that works, but there are many examples where they are not on Internet Movie Database, but I do happen to recognize them from previous episodes where they were identified on Internet Movie Database. I do have on my computer that I have been collecting as we've been going a file, huge file now, of screenshots of repeat background actors so that I don't have to keep scrubbing the episodes to find their face. So, I originally identify them with Internet Movie Database, and then I go back and for every episode I see their face because I stare at the backgrounds, and then I take a screenshot of their face and circle their head and put them in my file. And I don't know if this is making sense to you, but I'm going to heart your comment, and the internet's very helpful for finding information like that. I don't have any background connections. I'm just some girl in Iowa. Brad Howard, oh my, what a gift. That's a huge gift. I could buy groceries with that one. Thank you. You say, best villains, Jack Cassidy and Donald Pleasance. I would agree, those are two of the best villains. Two of my favorites. Stephen DeLuca, I'm AI. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Schlock Horror says, happy birthday to Brad. Moving on. I hope I'm catching up soon. I feel like I'm not. Gamelan. Sinar. Surya. Thank you for the gift. Let me give you a little heart. Where is the heart? It's not here. It has a little dancing controller instead. Well, I'm giving you a virtual heart on your comment of $4.99. Thank you very much. Best guest, Johnny Cash. Dangerous push on says. Push. I don't know what you're saying. The real Mrs. Columbo. Love that. Greetings from Germany. Hello, Von Fern. I am not Mrs. Columbo. Mrs. Columbo, we don't know her. I just really like Columbo. But thank you. Columbo likes the nightlife is 4 out of 5 in my opinion, says Inspector Columbo. That's a pretty good rating. So I don't have to have my hopes or my expectations too low. Is that what you're saying? First Boy on the Moon asks, you are doing a great job with your channel. Can you tell us what you do professionally in an entertainment career? Well, if I'm going to be honest with you, this is what I do professionally. Except I'm not a professional in any document sense or diploma sense or recognition from someone else sense. It's just me. This is where I make my money now. I didn't start out making money on YouTube, and I can't even believe I am making some money on YouTube. But my husband is the one that makes the actual money, and my money is the extra money for bills. So this is my career right now. And I will enjoy it while it lasts. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can keep going for years and years so that we can finish Columbo. Joe Paula, thank you for the gift. He has no comment, but he wanted to give me a present. Thank you so much. Sarah Berry, thank you for this gift. You are the Columbo Queen. Well, I don't have much competition at the moment. That's the only reason why my channel took off, I think, is because our YouTube content is small. So that's how I got found. I've been messing around with YouTube for a lot of years and got nowhere. Till Columbo came into my life and decided to help me make a YouTube channel. The AI/Al show says Columbo is an adherent of the inverted detective genre in terms of structure and type, also known as How Catch 'em colloquially, do you have any views about the literary type Columbo stems from? No. I don't have any views on it. I'm thinking, but I don't have an answer to your question. Dan, the NPC. Thank you for this gift. I'm writing down your name. Dan asks, do you have a favorite season of Columbo? I think season 4 is mine. Also never watched the final episode either. Oh dear, favorite season. I'll have to get back to you. I know a lot of people say 3, but there are 2 of my least favorite episodes. Actually, so far, my least favorite episode is in 3, but some of the best episodes are also in 3, so I think it balances out. John Anderson asks, have you seen The Prisoner? Yes, I have seen The Prisoner. Yes, I like it. Bill P. Usually at this point, fans of Columbo are old folks like me. How did you get interested in this sort of thing? My dear mother showed me Columbo many years ago, and I loved it. It wasn't one of those shows where you had to like warm up to it. I liked it immediately. It was Etude in Black was on, and I had never seen anything like it. So it was my mother. Sorry if you're hearing my phone make a vibration sound. Vibrations? Like in Bye Bye Sky High, IQ, Murder Mystery, whatever that title is. Murder Case. Searching for question marks, trying to catch up, and I feel really bad skipping people's comments, but the only reason why I'm doing this is because YouTube, so far twice, has reset the comments, and then I lose old comments, and I can't read them anyway. So when I say I've caught up, you see just now. It just now reset the comments. Oh my. I hope it didn't. There's Betty Jane. I hope there wasn't a. Thank you so much for that gift, Betty Jane. I hope there wasn't a gift before that. See, I think I'm getting in trouble here by taking too long. I'm writing down your name, Betty Jane. Thank you for that gift. Transmission asks, so is it all in the editing, as they say? A lot of it is I think half of it is the editing, and the other half I think is the delivery of the writing. And if you hear noises of dogs, they are wrestling on the deck again, right behind me. They do like each other. They just sometimes my Scotty doesn't like her. Sarah Coho asks, if editing is your least favorite part of the whole process, what is your favorite part? My favorite part is writing my script. And I write the script as I watch the episode in very slow motion. Can you hear my dogs out there? Holy cow, they're getting riled up. Schlock Horror, have you seen a show that you have seen? Now that's a good question. I have seen some shows that I've seen. Some that nobody has brought up yet is I Love Lucy. I've watched I Love Lucy since I can remember. They used to show her on Nick at Night, and when you're a kid, you watched Nickelodeon, and then once it turned 7 o'clock or something, it turned into Nick at Night, and I Love Lucy was on there. And I really liked I Love Lucy. I used to collect I Love Lucy things. I also really like Twin Peaks. I've got that series on DVD. I like Star Trek, the original series. I have that. And there are more, but those are the ones that I actually own a copy of. Mr. Smith. Let me write your name down. Thank you for the gift. What are your favorite and least favorite ways that Columbo villains have been caught? I like it when they're caught and they are extremely confident that they're not going to be caught. I like it when they're caught in the moment that they are so confident in themselves and how smart they are. That's my favorite. Melody asks, do you have any more pets? Yes, I have 8 barn cats, which I love to death, but they live outside in the barn. And yes, I make sure that they are warm in this cold weather. They've got warm outdoor heating pads. They've got shelter. They've got plenty of food and water. I change their water all the time. Just so you know that I'm not letting them just live out there and get their ears frostbit. They are warm and comfortable, but they live outside. And then I also have 14 chickens. And I have a leopard gecko that's basically hibernating. I haven't seen him for a while. I hope he's okay. But he wants to be left alone anyway because he's cold-blooded, and that's how you are when you're cold-blooded. Pez Guy asks, do you use any Columbo reference books in your research, like the Columbo File or Columbo Newsletter? Yes, I have show and tell. Whenever I catch up here, I've got things to show and tell. I have a stack of books right next to me that I'm going to show you, but I'm trying to catch up so I don't lose more comments. Now that frustrates me when the comments reset. Dougbo asks, do you think you'll do a Mrs. Columbo review for April Fools? Enjoy the episodes. No. I don't think I'll do that. If I finish Columbo and you guys beg me to do Mrs. Columbo, I would do it, but I don't think that series should have ever existed. Sydney Kozoy. Sorry if it's already been asked. Ever watch Psych? Nope, I haven't, but I know what it is. Betty Jane, any news on your furry family you can share? News? No news. They're good. They are living in the lap of luxury. These dogs, they've got it so good and they don't even know it. David Davis asks, do you have any sense of how many of your viewers have not seen Columbo full episodes? No. I have had a couple comments where people say they've never watched Columbo, but they watch my videos, which I think is so interesting. Scrolling through, and I apologize a million times for skipping your comments. I want to read them. Blitz Strahl asks, do you or did you watch Perry Mason? No, but I know what it is. Buster Keaton, what are you doing here? Hi from Russia. I constantly watch your reviews, and maybe you remember I wrote about the title of the episode, Steven Spielberg to the Rescue. I am so glad you're here from Russia, and I'm surprised that title was not used. If that episode was written in the 90s era of Columbo, I guarantee they would have named it something like that. Okay, let's move right along here. I don't know. I feel like I am not catching up at all. You guys have so many wonderful questions. Peter Marancy asks, Shauna, do you read classic mystery novels? If so, which authors? No, I don't, but do you have a recommendation? Because I do like to read, even though I haven't read much lately. Henrik McLarson, did you ever see the Mrs. Columbo TV series? I saw enough of it to know it shouldn't have existed. Daj City. Are there Columbo conventions? I don't think so. If there are, they're not very well advertised because I've never heard of them. Nick Benzema. Benzema. Thank you for the gift, Nick. I'm sorry I can't say your last name correctly. You say the best ending is when it just freeze frames as soon as the perp realizes he's cooked. That's a good opinion. Dead Ant says, I was only asking about the X-Files because someone asked you what your other favorite detective were besides Columbo, and someone said Kyle MacLachlan in Twin Peaks, and that reminded me of the X-Files. Or is it McLaughlin? McLaughlin? Well, he's an... Yeah, I guess I could say him too. I don't know why he didn't even cross my mind. Maybe because he's FBI. Thank you, Incarn, for the gift. Very generous of you. My favorite episode is A Stitch in Crime. I love when Columbo loses his cool and calls out Dr. Mayfield, played by Leonard Nimoy. I watch that clip all the time. What's your favorite scene when Columbo breaks character? I really like it when I think Columbo is laughing or smiling about something that I don't think was intended. So I think it might actually be Peter Falk smiling. I really like that. And that happens in Swan Song, which is coming up next. There is a moment where I think it's Peter Falk smiling, but they kept it in. Okay. Raj H asks, who was the best villain and why was it Donald Pleasance? Are you guys being funny? Donald Pleasance was a wonderful villain. He was very unique. He wasn't like the rest. He was a very individual villain, which makes him special. Yes, spooky bed hair. I have show and tell sitting on my desk. 2 different topics, both related to Columbo. But we got to get through all of your amazing questions. LK asks, have you thought about reviewing Twin Peaks? Yes, I've thought about it heavily. Mickey. Is this the same Mickey as earlier? Are you giving me a second gift? Thank you very much. In my Columbo universe, Mrs. Columbo is made up by Columbo to help cope with a high IQ. She does not exist. Well, you're entitled to your opinion, and I appreciate you sharing it with all your heart. Thank you so much. I'm serious that I'm saying thank you. James Whip. Did Colonel Rumford shoot himself when he got back to his office after the credits rolled? Colonel Rumford? Who? I have to see who Colonel Rumford is. Oh, see, I forgot his name. It's been so you might not know, but I study each episode so closely. I haven't watched the next episodes for a really long time, even though I've seen them several times, and I completely forgot that his name was Colonel Rumford. You wanted to know if he shot himself when he got back to his office after the credits rolled. No, I don't think that would have been honorable to him. I don't think he would have shot himself. Because he seems like a man of honor, even though he's done some dishonorable things. The Grumpy Game Dev. So, which actor plays the cardboard boxes behind you, and what other roles did they play? Those are V, H, and S. and they are completely filled with VHSs. And so far, they have appeared in this stream and a previous stream on my Homestead channel. They might show up again, we'll see. Anton Smith. Thank you for the gift, Anton. Would you consider doing a watch-along? We could download elsewhere and you can comment in real time. You are a very individual person. Yes, I would consider that. Everyone would need to have a copy of the episode or movie or whatever we decide to watch, but I would totally do that. That would be fun. You just have to know that I wouldn't be allowed to let my microphone hear whatever we're watching because the copyright robots listen just as much as they watch. So if it heard a Columbo episode, I would still be copyrighted. So I would totally do that. We'd have to figure something out though. I probably would have to wear at least one headphone so that I can hear it. And my microphone cannot. Elrose93, thank you for the gift. Thank you so much. You guys are just feeling real generous. And I appreciate you so much. I can't even tell you. And I know some of you have been given on Buy Me a Coffee. I saw it. Some of those vibrations have been from Buy Me a Coffee. And someone gave me a bowl of chili on PayPal. And I got to thank you too. Your names will be in the credits. The reason why I really got to point out your names here is because I can't go back and find you. I can't go back and look at this commenting later. So that's why I'm writing down your names. Because I want you to know how appreciative I am, and I don't want you to go unrecognized because I appreciate you. And there, that's that. Scarlett says, "Why do you like the later ones? I like some, just curious. Why I don't really like the later ones." Maybe that's what you meant to ask. I don't feel like Columbo is being as much Columbo as he originally was. And I know we all change with time. There's just something about it. Well, when we get there, maybe I can pinpoint it. And I actually do look forward to working on the 90s episodes of Columbo. Man, my dogs are just having a heyday out there. Santiago Henning asks, "What's your favorite soundtrack?" I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that right now. I'd have to think. Dad City, did you have video editing experience already? Yes, but only from myself because I have edited videos for our video game channel that I haven't been paying much attention to. And I've also edited videos for my soap making channel. All those videos are edited. So yes, I have done editing before I got onto Columbo editing. My Columbo videos are by far the most complicated and time-consuming videos of my entire life. I don't know if your name is pronounced Massey or Macy. In this hectic world, Columbo episodes are comforting retreat. I have seen some of my favorite episodes multiple times. Do you have a favorite episode? If I give them 5 cigars, they are my favorite. Shadsta asks, "Does your channel have a Discord server?" I do, but I kind of made it like one of those rewards for like patrons or coffee members or YouTube members, just because I felt like I needed to do something as a gift to those people. So I do have a Columbo Discord server. Ra84Eam. Question: do you know the Japanese shows based on Columbo? Furuhata Ninzaburo and Shinano no Columbo. I have not seen those. I actually haven't seen very many. I will look those up. Are those animated or are they live action? But I have not seen those. It's getting hot in here. Dead Ant. Will you eventually do Murder, She Wrote deep dives? Probably not, because I know many of you already know, but there is a YouTube channel that kind of, they don't completely focus on Murder, She Wrote, but she does a lot of Murder, She Wrote, and I don't want to have any confrontations, or any assumptions that I'm stealing anything. So I don't want to do Murder, She Wrote for that reason. She does a good job, and she's very funny working on Murder, She Wrote videos, and I'm not going to touch it. She's also 100 times more popular than me, so I really don't want to mess with Murder, She Wrote. I am 100% sorry, though, if I miss your question. Ask me later if I get to the end. Lori Lozano, love your videos. I love all your hard work. You are amazing. Just one more question. Have you seen every Columbo episode? Every episode but the final episode called Murder, or Columbo Likes the Nightlife. And I won't watch that episode until it's time to review it. Henrik McLarson. Who would win in a Columbo versus Holmes crime-off? Columbo. That's just my opinion, though. Mats Johansson Bergstrom. Any list of background actors that you couldn't identify? Maybe people online can? Yeah, I usually point them out. If they are like prominent in the scene and I can't find anything on them, I'll usually be like, I don't know who that guy is or that lady, but there they are. DC Parker, thank you for the gift. Thank you very much. Trying to move along here before these comments reset once again. Do you think Columbo canon... Hang on. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, you want to know if Columbo has a glass eye? Yes, I do think so. Cher Snyder. Love, love, love your season compilations. What are your plans for the next ones? Well, once I finish season 3, I will make a season 3 compilation, and I will correct all of my mistakes, because it never fails that I make a mistake, and you guys so helpfully pointed out to me, which I appreciate. I'm not telling you that's wrong. It's when the people are mean and they point it out to me. I don't mind correction at all if you're kind about it. So when I do my season 3 compilation, I have my notes that I need to correct when I get there. So it will be coming. Cher Snyder, you gave me a huge gift. You're going to help me buy groceries too. Thank you. Let me write down your name. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I think we're catching up. Cher Snyder, you also became a Columbo follower. Thank you. Das Hindi asks, how many cigars for the Commodore? You don't want spoilers, do you? You don't want spoilers. You can just guess. Oh my, I'm not catching up at all. I'm actually really far behind. The comments reset again. This YouTube business, they're rushing me. Okay, now I'm just searching for question marks, okay? I really apologize for not reading your comment. I'm searching for question marks. Okay. X Hazy says, where is Robert Culp with his ice cream truck today? Well, that depends on if he escaped prison again, because if he didn't escape, he's probably on death row or life in prison. Did I disconnect? My my thing had a circle and it said reconnecting. Am I okay? Flashco says, really off topic, what car do you have? Um, I'll tell you my car, but I'm not telling you that this is my favorite car, okay? But my car that I own at this moment is a 2012 Chevy Malibu. I wish it was like a much, much older Chevy Malibu. And I've got my collection of complaints about the 2012 Chevy Malibu. But at the moment, that's the car I have, and it is running at the moment. So I'm thankful for my 2012 Chevy Malibu. Good question. Schlock Horror. Is Iowa a good venue for the first Columbo Con, or should we pick a different city? Oh, I have a feeling Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines is our capital. I don't think it would be the best place because I can't imagine. Like, Iowa's not that. I don't know. I feel like a Columbo convention should be in LA, but it would also be extremely expensive. So that would be a benefit of having it in Iowa is you could just get a hotel room and you'd be just fine. You don't have to dig too deep into your savings account to sleep one night like you would in LA. But I don't know. Scott Rouse, thank you for the gift. What editing software do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve. If you can spell the name DaVinci and the word Resolve, search it in Google, you will find it. It is the best free editing software. Kevin B., did any Columbo murderer's motivation resonate or garnish some feelings of empathy towards them? I mean, every murder is wrong in these Columbo shows, but I actually do have something written about our next murderer and his victim, because sometimes the victims, I don't think they need to be murdered, but sometimes it's just like, you know, I can see why. We don't even know the whole backstory. Like, who knows how long they've been grading on the person who finally, you know. Kate Smith says, I'm sure Peter Falk was pleased for the popularity of Columbo, but do you have any idea if he enjoyed the role? From the things I've read, yes, he enjoyed the role, but he wanted to be a movie star more than anything. So, as we go on, you'll notice that the seasons get shorter, and that's because he's focusing more on movies. So, he wanted to be a movie star, but stuck with Columbo because it made him big money, and it was a secure job. It was always there for him, you know. Justin asks, are we still alive? I hope so, because otherwise I'm talking to myself. Rory Pond, thank you. I'm writing down your name. One moment. You have the best channel on YouTube. Well, you're very kind. And I hope you know how much we appreciate you. Also, please make more soap so I can buy some. I know I need to make more soap. I know it. I've got so many. You wouldn't believe how big my list of things that I need to do are. And I guess soap kind of fell a little lower on the list. But I would love to reopen my soap shop this year. Pete, AA9UU, thank you for the gift. Hi from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Well, you're not too far away. Hang on, I'm writing down your name. Love your videos and watch them for days. You are very witty and funny, and your comments make me laugh out loud. That makes me happy because laughter is one of my favorite things. Rob Witten, thank you for the gift. You guys are so kind. Taking your hard-earned money and just giving it to me. Thank you. Thank you for that so much. I recognize how difficult it is to make money, so thank you for being so freely generous to me. Thank you. Matt Johnson asks, have you seen the Enough Rope pre-Peter Falk Columbo YouTube video? Would you consider reviewing this? I'd consider reviewing it. It's definitely not near as entertaining as what Columbo turned into, but I would consider reviewing it. I should video capture it and save it on my computer before it gets taken down or something crazy, so that I could review it once I finished Columbo, because I have to finish Columbo. F.S. Heller asks, what is your coffee of choice? I just like my coffee black. I don't like it to taste like it's been sitting on the burner for hours. And I don't like it too thin where it tastes like watery coffee. I used to only be able to drink coffee with creamer, but I made myself grow up and now I just drink it black. Okay. Barn cats have an outdoor job to do. You're absolutely right. And they do it too. They bring me little sacrifices all the time. Streaming Stuff asks, what is the name of your homestead channel? It's called Little Iowa Homestead. I've tried to look it up and it's actually kind of hard to find. But the icon at the moment is a young chicken sitting in my hand. It's just my hand holding a white young chicken. But it's Little Iowa Homestead. Scott W., thank you for the gift. Goodness gracious. You guys mean so much to me. Which killer do you think Columbo disliked the most and genuinely liked the most? That's a great question, and I could just throw out an answer, but I think I would not agree with my answer if I did that. That's one of those where I would want to think about it. We know he seemed to really like Adrian Carcini. He seemed to... I'm going to write this one down because I think it's a question I need to ask when I catch up, because there's so much catching up to do. Which killer Columbo liked and disliked the most? I had no idea I was going to have so many people here. Darth Brooks. That's a great name. Do you think Kirk decided to do a Columbo just because Spock did? I don't know. Maybe I'll find out when I get to that episode. It's a good question, though. Oh, the comments just reset. Sorry. Did I tell you that I'm using my phone to do this? This is my phone camera and my phone microphone. And I'm using my computer to look at comments because it would be impossible without using a monitor. F.S. Heller, thank you for the $5. What a gift. Thank you. B. Varsho, unless it's Bavarsho. Thank you for the gift. Let me write down your name and then I'll read what you say. Hi, Shauna. Thanks for everything. Don't change anything. I love what you do. Well, what encouragement. That was just a sentence full of encouragement. Thank you. Santiago Henning asks, are you Christian? That's a good question. Why do you ask? And then I will answer. Let's see. Thank you, Michael, for the gift. You're so nice. You've left me so many nice comments. Thank you very much. You leave me those nice long comments. Oh, did my comments reset again? Pizza Chetty. When you finish the 69 episodes of Columbo, will you attempt to dissect another series? Yes, I'm actually trying to decide if I'm going to do another TV series or if I'm going to do movies or just a combination. Because to be 100% honest with you, kind Columbo viewers, I am much more of a movie person than I am a TV person. And I think maybe one of the reasons why Columbo, I liked it so much is because every one is like a movie. So. Thank you, Mike Ward, for the gift. Let me write down your name, and then I will read what you say. Mike Ward, you are amazing. Enjoy your videos a lot. Well, you are amazing for the great encouragement. Thank you. Henrik McLarson, if you're not watching Columbo, what are you watching? I will probably watch a movie, most likely. Depends. Ben asks, are those really your drawings? I love them. How can I get out? If you're talking about my deleted scenes drawings, yes, that's my, you get to witness my artistic stick people. I don't know what you mean by your how can I get out question. Gamelin Sinar Surya asks, what would you think about combining your passions and making Columbo signature soaps? I have thought about it several times. I just got to figure out how exactly I'm going to do it. How Royo asks, how are you going to get through Last Salute to the Commodore? I don't know. It's either going to be fun or it's going to be a drag. We'll see. I'm hoping I can just have fun. Last time I watched that episode, I've seen that episode a few times. Like probably 4 times. And sometimes you can just, you're just like, what in the world? Matt Johnson, thank you for the gift. Aren't you kind? Just had to write down your name. You have no comment, and that's okay. You just wanted to send me a gift. Oh, the comments reset. Man. Okay, it looks like I might be slowly catching up. Jeff Hutchinson, thank you for the gift. You ask, if there's a remake of Columbo, who do you think would make a great said detective? I don't. I just don't think about that. I don't think that it would work out. And if they decide to do it, I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't think that rebooting Columbo is a good idea. I don't think they should do it. They couldn't reboot it with Peter Falk. How are they going to reboot it without him? So, Ted Zabozin, you are a very individual person. Did I get that right? Yep, you did. John Landrigan says, residual due, anyone? Captain, you spell it very interestingly. Captain Nackbrat. Sorry about not being able to pronounce your name, but thank you for the gift. Let me try to write this name down. I'm going to have the paper right up here with it. This is quite the name. Captain Nay. Nagebrat. One moment. Okay. You said logic is the battlefield of adulthood. Thank you so much for your great work. Greetings from Germany. You're welcome. Thank you for that gift. Lazriel, thanks for being you and doing what you do. Giving us a new way to appreciate Columbo is pretty amazing. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate those kind words of encouragement. You guys are taking my breath away, all this talking. Mark Mathis Kattenberg. Which part of the Netherlands does your family come from? Your biggest fan from Holland. I have to think about that. I know the answer. I'd have to think about that because it's not something I think about that often. But my mom has told me where it is, and I even have it written down somewhere. And I can get back to you on that. It might just come to me while I'm not thinking about it. Justin Falzen says, I hear Shauna when I watch Columbo now, and I can predict things she's going to say in upcoming videos. Anyone else? Really? You think you know what I'm going to talk about, huh? Well, thank you. I'm glad that I hope that's okay that you hear my voice when you watch Columbo. I hope that doesn't bother you. Von Cruel, thank you for the gift. Says, thanks for your great work. You've created wonderful content for Columbo fans. Well, thank you for the gift, and I'm so happy you enjoy it. Kartik Prasad. I didn't know how hard it was going to be to say people's names. I appreciate what you do. Well, I appreciate you being so kind to give me $1.99. It means a lot. Bannock next? Probably not, because I don't even know that show. Even though I should probably check it out, huh? Martin Johnstone. Thank you for the gift. Says, which U.S. city besides L.A. would you have liked them to have made an episode? A return to his native NYC? Or maybe Twin Peaks? They should have done one in New York. That's actually a good suggestion that I never even thought of. Why didn't they ever? Oh my goodness, I'm catching up. I'm at the end, everybody. Oh, wait. No, I'm not. It fooled me. The comments reset. Darn it. I'm almost there. See, when I sit too long and looking at old comments, the comments will reset and just bring me back down to the most recent ones. And then it won't show me the really old comments anymore. It's frustrating. I thought I had caught up, but no, YouTube tricked me. Which actor would you like to have seen on the show as an antagonist in the 70s? Oh, there's a lot. There's a whole lot. Like a whole lot. That would have been really cool. Gav C, thank you for the gift. Let me write down your name so I don't forget to. So don't get distracted. Do you have any ideas of your own as to an episode that was never filmed, such as a guest star or storyline? Love from the guys and girls at Lothian Buses in Edinburgh. I don't have any personal ideas, but I heard that the man who wrote Shooting Columbo wrote another book with episode ideas that were never made. And I kind of want to get my hands on that book. But I need to finish Columbo first. How long have we been here? Where does it show you how long you've been streaming? Oh, 2 hours. I've been talking 2 hours constantly and I can feel it in my jaw. You ever had that feeling? Adrian McGinty. Let me write down your name and then I will read what you have typed. Adrian McGinty. Grew up on Columbo in Belfast, North Ireland. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing where you're from. It's so interesting to learn where everybody's from. I love that. Just one more thing sent me a gift. I'm catching up, right? Can you guys hear the phone vibrate? You've probably already answered that because I've probably already asked that. Am I missing anybody? I think we're caught up. We're caught up. Do you see this? Just one more thing says, do you have any Columbo mannerisms? What do you mean exactly? I will answer that question if you tell me what you mean by that. Okay, Justin Falzon says the college one wasn't bad. Now that I'm caught up, I can actually just read your comments. And I'm so sorry that I had to skip so many comments. Anton Smith says, and Don Knotts as a villain sidekick. Well, that would be something. Justin Falzon, and one with Rip Torn wasn't the worst. Oh, you guys are typing and typing. Henrik McLarson, who loves you, baby? Might beat just one more thing. Just one more thing says, I recently realized that I wave the same way he does, just putting my hands straight up in the air. Oh, so that's what you mean, like just, oh, my dogs went in. If you guys need a drink of water or to get a snack, do that right now. I need a drink of water, and I'm going to throw a piece of paper on you because this is my house, and I don't want you to just stare at my blank room, and I don't know how to, like, pause make an intermission. So, I will be right back, literally. Felt good to stand up for a second. Getting cramped up sitting here. There are light flurries outside right now. Whoa. You guys had a lot to say while I was gone. Amy, thank you. Wow, what a gift. Thank you, Amy. You're also helping me buy groceries. Oh, just one more thing. Thank you for all the time and attention that you give your reviews. Columbo, the Comfort series from my youth. You're very welcome. It's hard for me to not do that. It's just my thing. Kathleen Koval. I sent a post, but I guess you won't see it. Well, say it again because I'm catching up. Say it again. I would love to read what you had to say, and I feel bad. I seriously feel bad that I had to skip some comments. But there were so many, and YouTube keeps refreshing it, and then they hide. I don't know. But Douglas Lafinaire, thank you for the gift. Do you get any sponsor offers? Maybe I missed the answer. No, and if I did, it would have to be extremely specific, and I would really have to like it, because I'm not going to be like, my video is sponsored by Squarespace, or my video is sponsored by a VPN, because I don't like that stuff. I don't want, and I also don't even want to put it in my Columbo videos if I did get some kind of sponsorship offer, I wouldn't like putting it in my Columbo reviews because it would mess it up. You know what I mean? That's why I don't allow ads to play in the middle of my Columbo videos. And YouTube keeps telling me, if you put ads in the middle of your videos, you would make twice as much money as you do. And I'm just like, yeah, I probably would, but I would be twice as annoyed about ads being in the middle of my videos. Ben meant to ask, how did you get one? Uh-oh. I don't know what you're talking about. Ollier Greg says, great channel and cheers. Andy G, how long does it take to produce each episode? 50 hours-ish or more, give or take. Joe D, can you do a reading of The Princess Bride by William Goldman? I would, but if that story is copyrighted, I couldn't. Because even books are copyrighted. You can't just read a book on YouTube. You will get copyrighted. So I'd have to check. Is that book still within copyrights? Once you finish Columbo, is there any other series you'd like to continue with? Kevin O'Malley says. I don't know yet, but I've got some thoughts. And a lot of people have given me suggestions, but I don't know yet. Leon Adams, thank you for the gift. And you say thanks for the laughs. It makes me so happy when people tell me that they get a laugh, because I love to laugh. Jackie? Jackie Brown? What are you doing? What were you doing? I was hearing noises. Anyway. Let's see. Von Cruel says, you know who your voice reminds me of? Terry Garr, one of the loveliest women ever, in my opinion. Well, that is quite a compliment. Let me see who Terry. I think I know that name, but let me see if I know that name. Oh yes. Do you think I sound like her? Well, that is a compliment. I like her. She was in Young Frankenstein. M. Phillips says, I'm at work. I wanted to say hi. We'll have to watch later. Love your work. Well, thank you for saying hi real quick. Flock Horror says, after these messages, I wish I could do something clever besides a piece of white paper over your face. Richard says, I just had a snack, but I don't need much of an excuse to get another one. I understand. I have that problem. I'm trying to get over it. We've all got our problems, don't we? The comments again got reset. Let me find where I just was. Can't wait for you to do. S-Jab says, can't wait for you to do Try and Catch Me. Love that one. Feels even a bit more like a movie than other episodes. I also really like that episode. Barefoot says, will you do a deep dive into a movie like King Kong 1933? I would, yes. I like the old movies. King Kong is one of those landmark major movies that changed the course of history, I'll just say. The Arch Vile says, what made you decide to dedicate a channel to Columbo? I just decided to. There wasn't a really deep thought into it, because I tried to make videos before and I get 0 views. I've tried to do several things. I've been on YouTube since 2015. Nothing ever took off, ever. And I just decided, well, I'm going to make a video about prescription murder for fun. And for the first time in my life, people watched it. So I continued. And that's my story. Sir Man, sounds like you know your guns. You have any, and will you show and tell them? I'm pretty sure I would get removed from YouTube if I were to show you that kind of show and tell. And that's all I'm gonna say. Andy, I wish I could, but even though we live in the land of the free, it's not quite as free as it should be. Andy Templeman says, are you doing the later Columbo episodes when he returns to doing periodic movies? Do you mean the episodes from the 90s? I know they did change the names. It was called, like, I don't remember what it's called anymore. But yeah, I'm going to do every Columbo episode. All of them. Oh, Ben wants to know, how can you get one of my drawings? I have them. I didn't throw them away. So, I mean, I don't know. I could raffle them. I have no idea. What do you guys want me to do with my drawings? My special stick figure drawings. I'm about to watch the Johnny Cash episode, says Music Dispensary. Good, you're going to enjoy it, especially since your name is Music. It's one of the music episodes. Schlock Horror says, a Milo Janis health spa sponsorship? Yes, if there existed a Milo Janis health spa and they contacted me, I think I actually would mention them just because it's Columbo related. And that's the only reason. If somebody with a sponsorship comes up and is like, hey, you want to sponsor these tan raincoats? Maybe I would say yes, because that's Columbo themed. And I'm all about keeping with the theme and not throwing in, hey, you should check out these sunglasses. They're my sponsorship. No, I'm not going to do that. Or, hey, you should try to sell these earbuds. Nope, not going to do that. Not interested. It's just, I'm not that kind of person. Justin Falzen says, Shauna, are you going to spend any of the Super Chat money at the roller derby? Which roller derby? Is there one coming up? Is there a Columbo roller derby? Wouldn't that be fun? Whole bunch of Columbo fans roller skating in circles. Now that would be a blast. Acrolat, good to see you. I think it's funny. You look exactly how I thought you would. Have you considered writing a book on Columbo? I look exactly like you thought I would? Whoa. Nobody has said that. I've had a few people guess that I was going to be blonde. And that's about as accurate as people have gotten with me. I don't know if they guess I'm blonde because of the blonde stereotype and I have issues pronouncing words. I don't know if they're getting that with. I don't know. Mr. Gianni Rhett says, I'd love to watch your review on Silence of the Lambs. I would totally review Silence of the Lambs. That's actually one of my favorite horror films now. When I very first saw that movie, though, that was like the first time a movie had scared me since It first came out. And we're talking about, I saw It when I was a kid, and that movie terrified me, with Tim Curry. But a movie had not scared me since It, until I saw Silence of the Lambs in my 20s, and I actually was scared. I actually had trouble sleeping that night. But when I watched it the second time, I was like, man, this movie's a masterpiece. So, that's my Silence of the Lamb mini review. But it's a masterpiece. Music Dispensary says, have you eaten snails? Snails. No, I've actually never eaten snails, but I'm not opposed to it. Schlock Horror. Maybe Shauna's house looks like that guy's basement in Tremors. Oh, you're funny. I really like the movie Tremors. I have it on VHS. I would review Tremors. That's one of those movies that my family played a lot. We had it recorded off a TV. So there's actually a whole scene missing because someone forgot to hit record. But I got it on VHS and I finally got to see how they killed the third graboid. Because I never knew. There's a frequency to those repeated questions. You're right about that, Kevin. A lot of people have the same questions, don't they? I'm trying not to re-ask them, but then I find them and then there they are. Let's see. Your dog's name is Jackie Brown? Yes, that's her name. I like the name of the dog. Great movie. One of my favorite movies. Jackie Brown was one of my favorite movies. Yes. Does she wear hobnail boots? No, she doesn't wear any boots. Sometimes she makes training feel like I'm wearing hobnail boots. I think you must rename your Scotty to Dog. I can't rename Boris to Dog. If I got a basset hound, I promise you and the whole world, if I got a basset hound, I would name him Dog. I see a question mark. Philip S. In season 4, in Exercise and Fatality, did you see the crew member trying to hide by ducking behind some furniture in the background? Columbo is looking for the office of Mila Janis. No, but it's been quite a while since I watched that episode because I don't actually just watch. Ever since I've started this channel, I haven't actually just watched Columbo because I've been just working on one episode at a time. So once I get there, I'll be looking for that guy hiding behind furniture. Euler Greg, thank you for the gift. Good channel and cheers from Houston, Texas. Good old Texas. That's a good state. I've got some family over in El Paso. Oh, the comments reset once again. Dead Ant asks, what did you think of Twin Peaks Return? I can give you a very small snippet of how I thought about that. So I really liked Twin Peaks. And when I heard there was Twin Peaks Returns, I was very excited. All the actors came back. I was like, man, this is going to be awesome. And when I very first watched Twin Peaks Returns, I was disappointed as you could get it because it was nothing like Twin Peaks. It was very David Lynch, but it was nothing like Twin Peaks. But then I watched it a second time and I actually enjoyed it. And I think the reason why I was so disappointed is because I had these expectations. I had these Twin Peaks expectations and none of them were met. You're barely in Twin Peaks. And Dale Cooper is not Dale Cooper and all that. I was so disappointed. But if you let that go, if you watch it as its own thing, I like Twin Peaks Returns. And there's my review. Bestie FSW Lady, thank you for the gift. I'm writing down your name just so you know what I'm doing. FSW Lady. Thank you for that gift. I sure appreciate it. Horror really hits different for kids. You are right about that, Von Cruel. It took me many, many, many years to rewatch it. I didn't see it again until I was like 18. I remember having nightmares and nightmares. That movie sparked more nightmares than anything in my life, which is kind of funny because I actually think it is a very good movie. And a lot of people criticize it. I like it better than the remake. Don't throw tomatoes at me. Am I missing something? No, I don't think so. Where's your dog? Well, there's one dog. That's Boris. Jackie Brown's laying on the love seat. Big Bad John says Manhunter is just like Silence of the Lambs. I haven't seen Manhunter. Sounds like it's scary then. Dead Ant says, so you like your coffee the same way Agent Cooper likes his. Black as midnight on a moonless night. Yep, I do. That is how I like it. Bestie FSW lady. Tremors 1 has so much corny humor. I love it. Love the pole jumping rock scene. Me too. And the scene that Schlock brought up about the basement of Reba McEntire. What was her husband's name? I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched that movie, but I think that scene is really funny and cool. I actually like that scene. I could quote that movie quite a bit because that's just one of, you know how when you're a kid, you grew up, you have these certain movies that you had, like you had your few movies and you just rewatched those movies because you didn't have an endless selection like we do now. And Tremors was one of them. We had like 3 recorded movies from TV on one tape. Tremors, Pure Luck, and Young Frankenstein were all on the same tape. So I know those 3 movies very well. Anyway, Freezer says, how do you find all the info on cars for the episode? Good question. If I can't identify a car, you can actually look up, I think it's actually called Internet Car Movie Database. Let me double check so I don't sound foolish. Yes, Internet Movie Cars Database. If you look up on there, you can find what you want to find. Because some of them are hard to identify. But I really appreciate that. And I try to confirm it, too. Like, I'll research, is this website correct about this car? So you can go there and find all sorts of fun information. You can actually do the same thing with guns. There's Internet Movie Firearm Database. That's a really fun website to look at. It's even got video games in it. Whoa, Stuart Macinus gifted 50 Watch It for Days memberships? Whoa. I don't even know how that works, but that is something. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you for being so generous. I don't even know what to say. You're one of those people that leaves me speechless. You've left me speechless before with your gifts and your kindness, and there's so many kind of people out there. And somehow you found me. So thank you. Well, hello there says, what 1959 true crime thriller stars 4 future Columbo murder victims? Oh, I'll let the comment section answer that. I don't know. Schlock says, speaking of Twin Peaks, David Bowie as a Columbo killer? That would have been awesome. I would have been all for it. William Peterson. Too bad they never produced a DVD set with Peter Falk providing commentary. That would have been awesome. I wish so bad there was commentary. You guys are, if any of you own the Blu-ray, you're going to have to tell me what it all involves, because I don't want to buy it unless there's a reason to buy it. I just have my DVD copy, which is doing just fine for me. Von Cruel says, I believe it. Carrie had a big effect on me as a kid. Boy, I'm glad I did not see that as a kid. I would have been having problems, I'm sure. Justin says, Shauna, Scott Rouse stopping in here and super chatting. You is pretty huge. Who's Scott Rouse? Do I know that name? Did I already write down their name? What's going on in my brain? Scott Rouse. Who is it? Who is Scott Rouse? Is this somebody we know? I'm sorry if I'm supposed to know and I don't. Justin Falzen says, Stewart, another MVP. Von Krull says, as an adult, Carrie is actually a feel-good movie. All those awful people get what they deserve. It's quite startling. Stuart McInnes says, keep doing the good work. I will. I promise you I will. Thank you for everything that you have done. Dead Ant says, yeah, The Return is on its initial viewing, but I think it might be Lynch's masterpiece. It's one of them. I really do like it after I let go of it not being like Twin Peaks. Music Dispensary. Who is 007? I don't know. I mean, Stewart? Mike Voss. Anyone else catch the subtle homage to The Prisoner by Patrick McGoohan in The Identity Crisis? Amelia says, what amazing generosity. Yeah, I know. I don't know what to say when this happens. I don't even know how do you gift a membership? This is a lot of this is new to me. Even though I've been on the internet for a while, I don't know everything. Streaming stuff says Peter Falk's wife ruined later episodes. I'm not sure what you mean. Ben says basement coffee. Oh no, basement coffee is brutal. I don't like that. It's cold and bitter and not good, I'm sure. Adrian Tech says, I think that when kids watch films, they can't help but project themselves onto the characters, so they really feel the impact, whereas you can watch from a greater emotional distance as an adult. Absolutely. Yep. Whoa. The comments have done something again. Hold on. Reverend Dave says, what do you think about Columbo not pursuing the killer and Forgotten Lady? I think that because she no longer knew what she did and she was going to pass away in like a month, I just don't know why he would bother. Like, if he arrested her and whatever, like, what good would that do? She's already in the worst possible state she could be in. It wouldn't do anything. The Archvile says, on that note, how do you find information on unlisted background actors and extras? Internet Movie Database.com. Music Dispensary, would you like some Carsini wine? Sure. It's probably the best. Edward Chapman, thank you for the gift. I'm writing down your name. Hold on. You say, watched Columbo when it originally aired, and too many times to count since then. I would never notice all the details you point out, even in another 50 years. Thanks. Well, no problem. It's hard to notice it when you don't look for it, and I didn't really look for it until I started looking for it. So then you start seeing stuff. When you start watching the episode, and when you start watching the background of the episode and ignoring the foreground, you really start seeing stuff. Mr. Gianniarte. Mr. Gianniarte. Thank you for the gift. Love your reviews. Warm greetings by your Italian friend. Italian, not Italian. Italian. I have no idea why I automatically want to say Italian. I know it's wrong. Italian. Thank you, my wonderful Italian friend, for the gift. I have my own collection of problems. And the internet is a great place to be corrected. The internet corrected me. Daniel, FFM 1981, thank you for the gift. You say, watched all your reviews many times. I love them. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ben says, buy some basement coffee with the money. No, that's not the coffee I want to buy. I want to buy the blackest of the black coffee on the Moonless Night coffee that Dale Cooper got. Columbo doesn't like basement coffee. The Archvile says, how do you notice all those background details? You must have watched each episode obsessively. Watched it for days, one might say. Yep. You have answered the question yourself. That's right. Justin Falzen says, would you like any raisins? They're high in iron. They're full of iron. Here, have a raisin. They're full of iron. Do you guys like raisins? Raisins are pretty good. They're actually not that full of iron, which is funny. They do have iron, but they're not full of iron, so it's funny. Ron Cruel says, and the space taken by DVD rips is much less than Blu-ray. Okay. Florian Albert. You guys are just making me feel like Christmas here. Giving me money like this. I promise you it's not something that's going to go to waste. I am a frugal person and I do not waste. So I hope you know that I will take great consideration in what I use all of your gifts for. You say, so great to connect a face with a voice. Absolutely love your videos. Keep up the great work. Love from Vienna, Austria. Wow, isn't that amazing? That's probably one of my favorite things about the internet, that I can talk to somebody from across the world. Justin Falzen says, Shauna, Scott Rouse is on the behavior panel. They have over 1 million subscribers. He's been on like national news. What? And he's over here on my little channel. Now I wish I could scroll back and see what he said when he gave me a gift. But YouTube won't let me. National news? I was told yesterday when I was streaming over on my Homestead channel, and I did that as a test for this channel. And I had some really sweet people from the Columbo group come talk to me, and somebody told me that the behavior panel has mentioned me. I feel very, very fortunate, and I need to actually still go check them out. Farshid Ramani, thank you for the gift. Let me write down your name and then I will answer that question. I like your question. I don't want to spell your name wrong. That's why I keep looking back at it. You say, next James Bond series? I am a big James Bond fan. I would totally review the James Bond series. James Bond is very funny and entertaining. Dead Ant, you'd love Raymond Chandler's mystery novels with Detective Philip Marlowe, like The Big Sleep, The Long Goodbye, and Farewell, My Lovely. I will look those up. Thank you for the recommendations. Hello from Chile. Hello. Oh, my comments reset. You always know when it happens, don't we? I have to tell you. It's because it loses my spot every time. Macy says, Scott Rouse, the behavior panel. Columbo fan, I guess. A fan of yours. I feel very special. And when I feel very special, sometimes it gets hard to know what to say. I start getting a little shy. All I can say is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Who plays the belly dancer? I don't know, but the belly dancing. All right. Kevin, what are we barking at? I don't see anything. What? What's wrong? I think everything's okay. I think they're just hearing us. My Scotty is a good guard dog. If someone broke into my house, my Scotty would attack you and most likely tear off your foot, but my pointer would think that you are coming to play toys with her. So hopefully she follows my Scotty's lead when it comes to intruders. Yeah, there's some sort of vehicle driving. Okay, it's just a truck. Schlock Horror says, yes, Farshid, up the Bond fans. Yes. I know you went and explored James Bond locations, and that is so cool. That was fun watching those videos. Bond Cruel, I'm not sure what's my favorite work of David Lynch. Blue Velvet, maybe? A lot of people like Blue Velvet. So you are in the majority. I might possibly be in the minority on that one because I didn't really like Blue Velvet. I did like Eraserhead though. And I liked Mulholland Drive, but there is some scenes that I don't think needed to be in there, but what do I know? It's not my work, right? My Life at 50 and some says, I sent you a coffee. Thank you. And did you ever get one of those desk lighters yet? Yes, I have show and tell here, but I'm trying to get through these questions. I have the show and tells over here for when things get quiet, but things haven't gotten quiet. Adrian Tech says, I love the classic Bonds as well. That would be good, and there isn't that much on YouTube about them. Really? Well, I am absolutely for working on Bond movies. That would be fun. Amy says that Amityville Horror was the night terror trigger for me as a kid. I have not seen that. Do I want to? Von Cruel says, could be Dennis Hopper's best performance in that movie. Thank you for sharing. He was pretty intense in that movie. Music Dispensary 007 is the Genius Boys robot. No, that's double M7, the robot, but they were definitely trying to reference it in their own weird way. Do you watch Monk or Elsbeth? Mike Ward wants to know. I've had Elsbeth, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but I've had that recommended to me, and I have intended to try to find it, but I haven't. So, and I haven't watched Monk, but I know exactly what Monk is. I just haven't watched it. Adrian Tech says, his wife ruined one episode in particular, but you'll get to that. You'll have to tell me what episode you're talking about. John Urban says, "You're very humble, appreciative, and down to earth. That's why you have so many fans. It comes through in your work." Well, John, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. Patrick McCarthy. Yes, The Prisoner. McCartney. Yes, The Prisoner would be a great next project for you. I would review The Prisoner. Sorry if I'm starting to look tired. My eyes are feeling tired. Trish Winstead says, "Feel lucky that I caught your live. Gotta go. Thanks so much to all who were able to give all the hugs. It helps all of us. Thank you for being here. I understand that people couldn't make it. And that's you can always come back and watch. There's no copyright, so I don't need to worry about editing out stuff and appealing and begging NBC to please just let my video go. I feel like Moses and the Israelites." Thank you, Scott W., for gifting memberships as well. I think we're catching up. Every time I think we're catching up, the thing resets and it's like, nope, you're not. Adrian Brunner says, "Have you seen Dial M for Murder?" Yeah, I recommended it big time in one of my videos. Well, hello there. Gave me $5. Thank you. Well, hello there. I like your name. It's very, very happy. You say the 1959 movie Compulsion stars 4 future Columbo murder victims: Dean Stockwell, Bradford Dillman, Richard Anderson, and Martin Milner. Great film. Yeah, I still need to check that one out. I have so many movies and TV shows to look for. It just is endless, and I don't know if I'm going to get to it all, but I'll try. Let's see. Emerald Maiden says, "I spend way too much time on Internet Movie Database. I spend days on Internet Movie Database." Trish Winstead says, "Wine before or after the one hot day?" You mean Adrian, or the Carsini wine? Would I like to try it before or after that one hot day? I would like to try both to see if I could taste if it's oxidized and if it seemed like they had it stowed away on the kitchen stove. I want to see if it tastes like a liquid filth. So I would like to try it beforehand first for comparison purposes. Music dispensary. Dispensary. Have I been saying dispensary? Oh man. Music dispensary? What was the most gruesome murder on the show? I think how Carsini killed his brother. What do you think? Goodness. There's been some bad ones. I think back to Try and Catch Me where she locked her nephew in that safe. Just imagining beating that guy in this locked in the safe and then just eventually dying. We'd have to think back. Once this comment section calms down a little bit, it would be fun to to go through the episodes and answer these questions. I'm gonna write that one down because I like that question. I have lost the question. It was something like, what do you think is the most gruesome murders? Okay, moving on. And Television Master says it's the most inhumane murder. It's extremely inhumane. Ben Benway23, thank you for the gift. I appreciate it very much. You say, thank you for your work. Here's some money. Thank you. I will put it to good use. Ben asks, what do you think of a hee-haw Columbo crossover? What do you think about a hee-haw Columbo crossover, Ben? Animo81 says, will we be seeing Swan Song in the near future? As a big fan of Johnny Cash, it's one of my all-time favorite Columbus episodes. Well, you're in luck, because that's next. And I'm going to estimate I'll have that done in February. Albert asks, do you bowl? If so, do you cry when you lose? I bowl when I'm invited to go bowling, and I enjoy bowling, and I do not cry when I lose, no. So there's more reason to not actually refer to me as Mrs. Columbo, because I'm not Mrs. Columbo. But I appreciate that. And Television Master says, I always cry when I lose. It's going to be okay. It's okay to lose, because that makes winning that much more fun. If you always won, it would get so boring. You'd be like a little rich kid that just gets everything, and they're the least individual people on the face of the planet. You know how dry your mouth gets from talking for 2 hours and 51 minutes? But I'm having fun. James, no, I'll answer yours in a second. Right above you is Sarah Coho says, how do you keep track of all those props? You just have a knack for noticing things? Yeah, that one I don't actually keep a list, and I need to start because I think I've been missing a few. Those are just, hey, I remember that. That was in this or that episode. With the people, I've been keeping track. But the props, they're just, oh, that looks familiar. Didn't I see that in this or that episode? James Fazzello, am I back? Am I here? Oh, good. I don't know what that was about. My internet didn't go out. Nobody was calling me. It just started spinning and saying reconnecting. I don't know what that was. I gotta catch up here again. Oh man, look at all. Look at it all. Thank you, JF, for the gift. I appreciate you. Pardon me, ma'am. Just one more thing. Thank you very much. Kim A, thank you. I have to catch up because these comments are going to be deleted and I won't be able to go back. Kim says, thank you for all your hard work. Well, thank you for the hard work you had to put in to make money to give me $10. Thank you very much. Ryan Martin, thank you so much for the gift. I can't believe how YouTube works. It's so frustrating sometimes. You say, hope one day you can see the Falk statue in Budapest. Oh, I just broke my pen. Getting too intense over here. This is my favorite channel. Thank you so much, Ryan. That would be pretty cool. I still haven't gotten to leave and go on a vacation outside of America, but one day I will. I've got my passport, just waiting for the day. Letterfly, the KFP Burn Ward Clown. What a name. This is going to be a job just to write your name. You're making me earn that $10. Letterfly, the KFP Burn. That is quite the name. Says, if one day you decide to move on to another series, what other series would you choose? I don't know. My movies are definitely going to be involved when I finish Columbo, but I will have to think about a series as well. And I might actually intertwine everything or do them all out of order, because my goal is to finish Columbo in order and then move on to something, anything. Andra is my name, unless it's Andra. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. I really am. My name's been mispronounced my whole life because it's spelled differently than people would normally spell Shauna. Thank you so much for making your show. Well, thank you so much for watching. Otherwise, it'd be pointless to work on it. Without an obvious audience, why would I work on it, right? Then we've got K1 F8. Says, thank you for doing this. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Show game. Greetings from Belgium. I'm told I need to get some giant Belgian tomatoes. Because they're big, I guess, like cannonballs. I'm moving along. I really do feel bad. It's YouTube's fault. I didn't even know this was going to happen. Thank you, Ormond Beckles, for the gift. Keep up the good work. I'm doing the best I can. Okay. Are we catching up? Yes, we're catching up. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, I'm back. Okay. Keith Wells. Thank you for the gift, Keith. I am a car enthusiast, and I deeply appreciate your very accurate info on all the cars and golf carts on each episode. Oh, of course. It's just one of those things that I miss seeing cars that are cool. Thank goodness we have them recorded on Columbo and tons of other movies and TV. I'm glad we have all that stuff documented so well. Is my audio still choppy? Do I sound bad? Help me. Thank you, Meg Gallagher. Love your videos. I have new appreciation for background actors since discovering your channel. Worth the wait. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Richard asks, are the 2 hours I missed I'm going to be available to see later? Yes. Yes, once I'm done with this, YouTube will like upload the stream or something. I don't know how long that takes, but yes, this will be available to rewatch if you want. You say the audio is fine, I sound fine. This person, Patrick McCartney, says my audio is choppy. And G. Nolan says hit the refresh button for audio sync. Are you saying that to Patrick? There's no way that I can do that, is there? Ad hoc Warlock. Thank you for the gift. Says, I love the channel. If ever interested in giving a Columbo seminar to a bunch of Falk fans in Film Buffet, the Historic Empire Theater here in Grand Forks, North Dakota, we'd love to have you. Well, I appreciate that, but I'm sorry to say that I am not a public speaker. I have enough trouble right here stumbling over my words. And even though I, in my videos, have all the information that I need to say, that's not all just coming out of my head at that moment. I had to write a script for myself because sometimes my thoughts just go blank, and then I can't remember the most simple, easiest answer to the easiest question. So I'm not a good public speaker, but I can read something that I wrote, and I can read something that somebody else wrote pretty well. And that's that. Dead Ant says, your audio was out of sync after the interruption, but I left the stream and came back. Oh, there you go, everybody. If you're having trouble with me and my audio, leave and come back. I won't be gone I won't leave yet, so leave and come back. Choppy here says California, but the video's fine. Just leave and come back. It sounds like that's how you fix the problem. John Foy says, curious, do you think you'd ever interview Peter Falk's second wife? She supports him 100%. I think this is something she would do. I don't think that's something she would do. I don't think she'd have any interest in me. If she did, that would be great, but I don't think she's got the time of day for me. Rain Blaze says, I love your voice. What part of the U.S. are you from? When is the next episode coming out? I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the country Iowa, and the next episode is going to be in February. I'm working on it. Kim A says, hello from Middle Tennessee. Von Cruel, I like your name, and thanks for sending money to the fine creator, Ad Hoc Warlock. I like their name, too. Mike Ward, hearing it fine. Here, okay. Richard Mark, I used to work in background casting in New York City and a little in LA. That's cool. You probably have a lot more information than me then about background people. Mr. Stratbat, wanted to tell you in Mind Over Mayhem. I have one of those little recorders Columbo uses. It's called a mini memo made by Grundig of Germany. Sorry, my eyes are getting blurry. Still works. Yeah, that old technology still works. Isn't that funny how the old stuff works and the new stuff breaks after 2 years? So that's awesome you have one of those. Amelia. Desert Song. That is quite a lovely name. Thank you for the gift. Joining in to thank you for your amazing content. I would absolutely love a 007 movie series. Yeah, I would too. That's definitely in my mind. But first I have to finish Columbo. Retu DeVries says, your public speaking sounds good. Well, this isn't public speaking. I'm in my room. I'm in my house. And I can't see any of you. I know in my mind that you're there, but I can't see you. So I don't think this would be considered public speaking. I don't think this counts. Anton Smith says, oh, scripts are fine, just be you. I can only be me. And me is all I want to be. K1F8 says, your speaking style is quite unaffected and disarming. Is it? Have I disarmed you people? That's... Some people say that Columbo is disarming, so that's cool. Von Cruel says, because I don't want to forget anything, definitely it would be a script. Yeah, I would forget majority of everything I want to say. Terrar A. DeGuello says, Scotty dogs are amazing. Tiny body, huge teeth, deadly combination. Yes, the thing about Scottish Terriers is, yeah, they're small. They weigh 25 pounds, but their head and their mouth are the same size as like a Labrador. They don't have little dog teeth. They got big teeth. They can bite. So he's a good guard dog. Von Cruel says there's only a few scenes where Columbo gets really PO'd at the murderer. Often he seems to have some empathy for them. He sees good in them, even as he does his job to make them pay for their crime. Yep, he can see the good in people. And that's nice. G. Nolan says, greetings from Bogota, Colombia. Hello. I would never get to say hello to you without the internet. Isn't that neat? Dead Ant says, did you know the recent Blu-ray release of the I Love Lucy box set? They did awful AI upscaling, which created very strange, trippy artifacts like weird AI-generated faces on the background actors. I hope what you're saying is not true. That's wild. And whoever did that should be fired. That's ridiculous. Matt Johnson says, have you seen the pre-Peter Falk episode Enough Rope? Yes, I have. Any interest in reviewing it? Sure, I'll review it, but I gotta finish Columbo first. And Television Master, greetings, I'm in an igloo in Canada. Are you being funny? Here, igloos are decent. Oh, we're finally caught up, I think, here. I just gotta read this page. Justin says, have you tried to make Columbo family tree of all the family members? No, but that's an interesting project. I probably would do something like that. Rainblaze says, thanks for answering my question. No one ever pays attention to me normally. Hello from very cold Scotland, by the way. Is that Scotland with the X? Hello. I'm glad that I picked you out to answer your question. I don't want to miss anybody. And the only reason I have missed people is because of YouTube. Because they're deleting comments if I don't get to them fast enough. It like refreshes everything. Frustrating. So I apologize and just ask the question again. Hopefully I see it this time. Spooky Bedhair says, do you play the ukulele? You have the look of a great ukulele player. Thank you. I've never played the ukulele, but I can play guitar, so maybe I could play ukulele. Ben says, would you count your puppies as uncredited background actors? No, I would credit them. They get credits. I've already named them. They've got credits. Retty DeVries. I think you should take the North Dakota Grand Forks offer. You will surprise yourself. I don't know. I'm kind of a shy, keep to myself type in person. Asuka Langley. It's good to see you. You have one of the best channels on YouTube. Good to see you. Well, thank you. You guys are so kind. I'm glad I haven't had any mean people show up. The ones who are like, we don't want to see your lives. We want to watch Columbo the full episode without you interrupting it. I'm glad those people haven't shown up yet. Von Cruel says, oh, that is true horror. What AI does when it isn't supervised properly. I agree. I'm not a super advocate for it because I think it's going to ruin some stuff. Like what you just said about I Love Lucy having an AI. I don't even want to talk about it. I really like I Love Lucy. How many of us even have 4K screens? I don't know, Adrian. I don't. Athena. Or Athena. Or Athena. When are you going to do the last season? I actually think they're the best. Couldn't you start with the last show at this point and go in reverse order? Nope, I cannot do it. I cannot. That would eat me to death if I were to stop going in order all of a sudden. I can't do it. It just isn't going to happen, and I'm sorry if that's what people want. I can't. I'm going in order, and that's that. I just have to keep going in order. Now I have Intellivision on my Mister. Von Cruel, you have Intellivision on your Mister. That's cool. I do know what a Mister is. Ad hoc Warlock, what are you doing giving me another gift? Aren't you nice? I thank you. You said, I completely relate to the public speaking issue. Please keep sending us your excellent Columbo scholarship and commentary. I will. I am going to keep working on it. That's like one of my main life goals is finishing the Columbo reviews. So don't worry, I'm not ever stopping until it's over, which is the last episode. So don't worry. I will keep working on them. K1F8 says the 90s episodes are unwatchable primarily due to the insufferable soundtracks. Yeah. Some of them are also done by Dick DeBenedictis. He comes back, but his style is completely changed. Doesn't even sound like him anymore. Kelly Snyder, are you doing live streams in the future, or is this just a once-in-a-lifetime gig? Sure, I'll do it again if you guys want me to. I haven't even gotten to my show and tell stuff, because you guys have had loads of questions. I feel like I missed a lot of people, and I feel bad about that, and so I'll probably do this again just so I can talk to everybody. David Burke, have any favorite episodes for wardrobe? I don't know. I'd have to really think about that one. I haven't thought about it. Lucas says, hello from Italy. Hello. Richard Mark, if a Screen Actors Guild background extra is asked to bring their dog or car... Sorry, the comments are moving while I'm reading it. The actor gets a pay bump. Really? That's pretty cool. Von Cruel, good idea. Let's not talk about it. It's awful. Yeah. Randy King, I was an extra in the Columbo from the 90s. I can't wait till you give me a credit. I will absolutely give you credit. Are you listed on Internet Movie Database? Because I can't credit you if I can't find your face and put a name to it. So are you actually listed in your episode that you're in? Because I'll be very excited to credit you. My Own Prison says, Peter Falk and Robert Culp for the win. Von Cruel says, I got a 4K TV a couple years ago. I'm keeping it until it dies. It does 120 hertz for games, which is great. What else would I ever need? Well, do you still have your CRT? That's the only other thing you would need. Jason Murray says, hello from London. Yes, I know Columbo visited once. Yes, he did go visit in London once. He had a grand old time. He took pictures. Von Cruel, when gaming, I send 144p 120 signal to the TV and let it upscale to 4K. What do you like to play, Von Cruel, that you want your TV to be so quick? So quick and so detailed. Dead Ant. The only reason I have trouble enjoying the 90s episodes of Columbo is because I'm watching them on Peacock, where there is an insane amount of unskippable commercial interruptions. Oh. I don't like being interrupted for commercials either, which is why I do not allow YouTube to play ads in the middle of my Columbo videos, if you didn't notice. Adrian Brunner says, greetings from Switzerland. G. Nolan, yeah, Columbo in London with Wilfred Hyde-White. Yep. Terrar A. de Guello, or Guayo. Watching Columbo go to London, UK inspired me to go to London myself, and as I saw landmarks, I would say Columbo was here. I'd like to go to London sometime. Ray Ellis, hello! Show and tell sounds intriguing. Yes, I still haven't gotten to it. I might have to dedicate the next one to show and tell. I'm getting worn out. I don't know if you can tell in my face. But my eyes are getting tired and my jaw is getting tired, and I haven't talked this much probably in my whole life. I mean, all at once. I bet if you go back and watch this stream, look at my face when I first start and look at it now, I probably have a visual difference. Okay. Zorro Masked Man says, you have 2 dogs. I sure do. Jason Murray, Columbo in London was very ham, but not bad. I agree. Von Cruel, I'm hooked on Noita. Oh, these comments are just moving right along. It's a beautiful game. I've never heard of that game. Quite deep and complex, actually. What genre is it? Richard Mark, do you go to any antique shops looking for big fancy cigarette lighters? Anytime I go to one, I do look for them, but I don't go to them in order to look for them, if that makes any sense. I don't go seeking out and searching. But if I happen to buy one, I will go in there and I will be looking, yes. Melanie Dropic, regarding episodes in chronological order, I hope you will have the stamina and will to keep slogging through those later ones. So many poor ones like Murder in Malibu, No Time to Die. I actually have quite an opinion on Murder in Malibu that people do not share with me. So I'm kind of looking forward to Murder in Malibu. Von Cruel. I also enjoy games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Cuphead. I tend to go for games that sounds like it. All those games, I don't play it. I know exactly what those games are, and those aren't games that I play because I get frustrated and I get all nervous and my hands start to sweat and I don't want to play those games. Of those, the only ones that I actually played was Cuphead. Mr. Stratbat, when you cover Till Dawn's Early Light, I'm going to the Citadel in South Carolina. It's still pretty much the same. I'm only 4 hours from it. A great day trip. That's cool. Maybe I need to go there. Melody, thank you for making my day. I'm very blessed, but things are not looking good for me today, so your live chat is very comforting. Thank you. Melody, I'm sorry that things aren't looking too great, and I really hope things improve in every way and in ways that you don't even expect. Von Cruel at Intellivision Master. Oh, so that means you're talking to them. K1F8. A big fancy lighter requires she starts smoking cigars. I don't smoke and I won't smoke, but I do like lighters a lot. Jay Hauser, I'm late to the party, but has anyone asked you if you have previous editing or film training, or are you self-taught? Because you are amazing. I am all self-taught. I have no formal education on any of it. If I have a question, I look on Google. You almost don't even need formal education anymore because I'm not saying that you shouldn't get formal education, but I am saying that you can find almost everything that you need online now for free. I learned how to remodel a bathroom and tile the floors and the walls and replace a tub and replace, I've learned all these remodeling things from the internet. I'm not a house flipper, but we bought a fixer-upper house and I'm just learning it from the internet. Greetings from Ohio. Hi, Larry in Ohio. Aylesworth just watched Murder by Death, and it was kind of silly. It is a very silly movie. Yes, that's a silly one, but I like it. Andra is my name, or Andra. You are so cool, and I'm so grateful you've started this project, and I'm looking forward to all the episodes. Thank you for your kindness. Oops, there went the reset of the chat. Thank you, Luca, for the gift. Luca says, you are the best. It was nice to discover you and your channel. Hi from Italy. I'm so glad you found me. And I'm so glad you're here. Dewey says, at the rate you are releasing videos and Columbo episodes, did you calculate how long you will still be doing this? Well, I have not actually calculated. We are on, what is it now? Episode 22, is that what we're on? Yeah, we're on episode 22, and I've been doing this since, when now? Was it 2021 when I started? I don't even remember when I started. Was it 2021? I don't know. I think someone has calculated it for me. So it's probably taken me, it's going to take me probably 5 more years or something to finish if I keep doing this. Spooky bed hair. Poor Shauna. It's okay if we don't get around to show and tell, and it's okay if you end the stream anytime you want to. Thank you. I'm getting fatigued. And since you guys seem to be having so much fun, I can always do this again. I keep trying to catch up, and I can't. Michael says he's got to run. See you in the comments. All right, see you. Von Cruel. True, you can support yourself in this world without even... Oh, I got to scroll back up. Where did it go? Without even being asked about your education. I have a college... I mean, I only have associate's degrees, 3 of them, because I've never had a career goal. I never had a goal. And I tried because they force you to in high school. They force you to pick something. But because of my blood, I had a really hard time much money to go get my bachelor's degree. So I went to community college for 3 years for fun, basically. I got 3 diplomas, and they're all useless because nobody cares if you have an associate's degree. They want your bachelor's. So it was more for a life experience than anything. And I couldn't use any of them if I wanted to. So here I am on YouTube, finally being successful at something. And I'm thankful for every single one of you for being here. Otherwise, I'd still be data collecting in retail stores or something like that. Justin Falzen says, it's been 84 years. Is that the Titanic thing? I know you're quoting Titanic. I'm not sure what you're referencing at the moment. I've already gotten lost. Kylie Wheelie says, hi there, love your wonderful videos. Wish you all the fortune in the world. Whoa. Thank you. Kaiwan F8 says, oh, my sweet summer child. Transmission GGB, thank you for your time. I feel like I have to go and give you a break. I feel like I need to end this soonish. But I'm having fun. And it looks like you guys are finally slowing down a little bit on your how many comments are coming in. Justin Falzon says, I'm not criticizing, I just thought of the meme of the old lady on the Titanic. Yes. It's relatable. Douglas wants to know if I live stream once a month. I could do it more than that because, to be honest, live streaming is, I mean, it's hard with keeping It's not hard. It's not hard. It's more of being able to continue. What I was trying to say is live streaming is easy compared to working on my Columbo videos, and I am always working on my Columbo videos. And it's nice to have a break to talk to you instead of the silence in between each video. So I could do a live stream more than once a month because it doesn't take a whole load of preparation or yeah, I think you guys get it. I think you understand. Mark Smith says, you have a face? Yeah, I'm not AI. I have a face. I'm a person. And an individual one at that. Richard Mark, there was another YouTuber doing just a basic watch-along of Columbo without deep dive research. For some reason, she quit watching Columbo and started Bonanza of all shows. My grandpa used to like Bonanza. Von Cruel, 5 more minutes maybe? Yeah, so that I can end it at 2:30. Transmission says, take care, and I can't wait to see your next video. I can't wait to be done with it. I actually am having a lot of fun working on Swan Song. It's a fun episode. Kenny says, it's okay to stop the live stream now. Thank you. I'm finally at the bottom of the comments. This is nice. It's enjoyable interacting with content creators, especially when they are fun people. Thank you. Spooky Bad Hair says, I'm looking forward to your next stream with show and tell and you knocking out a few tunes on the guitar. Oh, I would be way too shy to play the guitar for you. Way too shy. Nope, I can't do that. Von Cruel, it's been great. We can do it again sometime, but soon you can end it. Yes, I will be ending it soon. My parents were smokers. Our home not only had giant lighters, we also had those huge freestanding ashtrays, different times. Yeah, oh, Ray, you said that. Yeah, most of my family are smokers, and it's mostly on my dad's side that we're smokers, and you know, when you're a kid and you go visit each side of the families, like for Christmas, you go to your dad's family's side. They're up in South Dakota. But you go visit their house and there's just this film and this haze in the house, I still remember. And yeah, ashtrays on the kitchen table, ashtrays on the coffee table, and everyone smoked. And I still remember, even as a kid, I liked sitting on the floor because you could breathe better on the floor. Anyway. Melanie says, I am enjoying your live stream. Don't wear yourself out and dread doing it again. I don't think I'll dread doing it again because this was a lot of fun. I think I'm just making this one awfully long because I'm not sure how to quit. We've been here 3.5 hours. Tropical House, you made it. Miss Days, I've just woken up. Good morning from Australia. You're still going on the live stream? I'll watch it later today. Hope you had fun with it and all of your watchers. Yeah, I need to quit though, because I can feel that I need to quit. Von Cruel says, I used to smoke. I've had a bunch of bad habits actually. Yeah, we all got our habits and we can beat them, can't we? Can do it. Akula 2045 says, hi from Kentucky. Kentucky's one of my favorite states. Love your Columbo deep dives. Your Lady in Waiting episode still makes me laugh. Who knew watching someone stuff their face with chocolate in bed planning a murder could be funny? I know. Beth was quite a character. It was really nice watching you stream. You're a kind person, and I'm looking forward to your future streams and videos. Have a good rest. Yes, I love that you guys are helping me say goodbye. That's funny. Justin says, I need a smoke break. End the dang stream. All this talk about smoking. You're funny, Justin. Darth Drez says, who's your favorite recurring murderer? Robert Colt, Patrick McGowan, or William Shatner? You left out Jack Cassidy. William Shatner? He only came... Oh yeah, he does come back in the 90s, doesn't he? Oh, I'd have to answer that question next time. You'll have to come back. Blessings to People US says, I don't know, is the J going to be silent? Will it be Juvenal Diaz? Thanks for being such an individual person. Well, I'm glad that you think that I'm an individual person, because individual people are my favorite types of people. Amazing channel. You're so talented. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the nice comments and encouragement. Justin says it's a Jersey thing, South Park. I didn't mention that, but South Park, I've watched South Park since I was a kid, and I really like South Park. Although I haven't seen any of their new episodes because I don't actually have television. One more thing. Bye. Thank you, Ben, for helping me try to leave. Justin says, your channel is my favorite podcast on YouTube. YouTube says it, not me. Oh, well, this YouTube's trying to help you along. Justin says it's science. Matt says, you have a great voice, by the way. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Show Game says, I wish we had Leslie Nielsen episode where he is the murderer. You know, there is a anthology where Leslie Nielsen is a murderer, and I really want to see it, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's with Stephen King and John Carpenter, I think. One of you probably. Creepshow? Is that what it is? It might be Creepshow. Yeah, it is Creepshow. Yes. Leslie Nielsen. I want to see it. Leslie Nielsen is a murderer in one of those, and I want to. Yes, good. I'm glad everybody knew what I was talking about. Yep. Yes, Creepshow. I want to see it at. I want to get it on VHS. Anyway, I am going to say goodbye. I think I am reaching my limit here. Gary says, someone famous once said, always leave them wanting more. Goodbye from Kentucky. Can't hardly wait for your next release. Goodbye, Gary in Kentucky. Kentucky is a beautiful place in this country. Okay, I really am going to say goodbye. Thank you, everybody, for saying goodbye so that I can say goodbye. This has been a lot of fun, and I will stream again because I got 2 different things on my desk for show and tell, and we didn't do show and tell because there were thousands of comments, and I sure appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the kind comments, and I will be back, and I will let you know if I'm going to stream again because it seemed like people appreciated the forewarning. So, whoops. I don't know what I just did, but I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, my Columbo friends.